giving you the real from A to Z surrounding the Dallas Cowboys. News, updates, rumors, transactions, takes, and more. So strap up, Cowboys Nation, and start your day off with A to Z Sports. Live with Will Steele.
3, 2, 1.
Here we go! Good morning, good people. Welcome to A to Z Sports Live, presented by Texas Family Fitness. I am your host, Will Skywalker Steele. And it is a happy holiday season. As you can see, I'm in a little bit of the holiday spirit. I really am. I'm in the holiday spirit. I think the Cowboys should be in the holiday spirit this week, right? Against these Washington football people. I'm going to give you 4 of my Christmas wish list for the Dallas Cowboys. 4 things that I want them to accomplish this week. But I also want to hear from you guys later on in the show. So call in, chime in the chat. I want to know what your Cowboys Christmas wish list is, or holiday wish list is. And we'll talk about the Pro Bowl, right? There were 5 Cowboy Pro Bowlers elected to the game in Vegas. Hopefully they're not playing in it. But I want to talk about the person who I think was snubbed. So we'll get into the 5 guys that were elected. But I want to talk about those who were snubbed as well. So make sure y'all stick around on today's show, which is holiday themed. We got a holiday themed show today, y'all. We're gonna have some fun today. I don't want this one to be too serious. You know, we'll talk Cowboys football, things like that. But we'll get into a lot of some holiday stuff, favorite movies, things like that. As you can see, I already got a few things up here that I believe are Christmas movies, and I believe are great Christmas movies to watch with the loved ones. Yes, including Die Hard, okay? There's a big thing out there that people don't believe Die Hard is a Christmas movie. God damn it, it's a Christmas movie. Matter of fact, give myself a clue bomb for that. Yeah, and we can talk about that later if y'all don't believe it. CJ Richards said, I will give you an excuse for being tardy because the Christmas video was fire. Appreciate that, man. Appreciate that. I put that together, just, you know, mix it up a little bit. Like I said, get into the holiday spirit here. As you can see down there, have a Merry Christmas. I thought that was pretty funny, so I said, let me go ahead and put that in there. I know old head, they talking about language. Coming from the guy that said, what did you say, old head? Got to get back to Cowboys football, damn it. Don't be a hypocrite, sir. But let me get some shout-outs in the chat real quick. Stephen White, what's up, man? Malcolm Smith, old head in the building. Carson Smith, Jesse Falls, Jacob, Tamara, what's up? Fresh Fade, my man Cash, a.k.a. Los, Mike Cook, Joshua Magaha, Nick Mims, James Simmons, TC915, Adam Mack, Keith Shep. What's up, Reek? Carson Smith. Who else we got over here? Angelica, how you doing, Miss Angelica? Sully, Stevie Mack, the Mod God. Sandy Gann, Iceberg, Q, Kevin Richards. We got a lot of Facebook. Okay, here we go. C. Burleson, Mackenzie, two-time. Then on Facebook, Oscar Sullivan. What's up, Dennis? What's going on, Priscilla? Lance Bell, CJ, my guy. CJ, what's up, brother? Tim Garcia, Jacqueline, and Larry McCray over on Facebook. I believe we got everybody there. And Chuck, what's up, Chuck? How you doing, man? So appreciate you guys. I always love to shout y'all out early in the show because you guys know I'm here about 8:15-ish. I think we got to bump it up to 8:15. And y'all are here. I mean, y'all come through every day, and I appreciate that. And if you are getting the notifications, I appreciate y'all coming through with the noties too. If you want to call in, you can. 351-999-3787. 351-999-3787, y'all. Let's have some fun today. Today is my Friday, probably a lot of your guys' Friday as well. So that's why we're going to kind of tailor this show to the fans, a Fan Friday, but it's a Fan Thursday. I will not be here tomorrow morning. I don't believe Mauricio, he's off on Fridays anyway. He won't be in as well. So we'll drop probably a video or a clip or something like that to keep you guys the content flowing. But today begins my mini want to call it that, Christmas break. It's kind of hard to call it a Christmas break. On Sunday, I'll be back for Game Day Live with Jesse Holly, who is back on the podcast this week. So that's a good thing. Let me put you on mute there, Rick. So Jesse's back. He'll be joining me on Sunday as we, go through everything pre-halftime post for the Cowboys Sunday night football game, which I didn't even notice it was Sunday night until like 2 days ago. Y'all know me. I don't like the primetime games all like that. So I was like, God. Yeah, it'll be another 1 o'clock in the morning type night. I'll be in here sleeping on Monday, but y'all always give me the juice and the energy to keep it going. So appreciate that. All right, let's get ready to jump into the roundup. There's some news from the roundup and a way that we can clinch before we even play. So we'll talk about that in the roundup as well.
Look at my Gucci, it's about that time.
It's time! It's time! It's time! It's time!
Time.
It's time!
Time.
It is time for...
It's time for the morning roundup. Round 'em up, boys.
Yes, indeed. The morning roundup presented by Texas Family Fitness, a solution for your fitness goals. Like I said yesterday, guys, it is getting close to New Year's, and New Year's, a lot of people have that resolution, right? New Year's resolution. They want to get into the gym, get fit, get together. Because if your body's right, your mind is right, everything can be in order. If you want to begin that fitness journey prior to New Year's, why not start today if you're in the Dallas-Fort Worth area at Texas Family Fitness. They have great state-of-the-art equipment. If you got kids, they can watch them for you, trust me. And if you do want to find out more about what they have to offer, just visit any of the 9 locations or visit TexasFamilyFitness.com. First up on the docket, y'all. Osa Digizua returned yesterday off the COVID list. Believe he'll play. We'll see, but I believe he'll play. He practiced yesterday. Today they have another practice, and then Saturday we'll see. I think he'll be back, but however, there was no sign of Tristan Hill. He is still being quarantined away from the team. He still has today, tomorrow, and Saturday, but if he doesn't get back by Friday, I'd imagine they're just going to sit him again. Let him get right for next week against the Arizona Cardinals. So getting at least Osa back, who's had, I think, a good rookie year. I mean, we'll evaluate all these guys at the end of the season, but I think Osa has had a really good rookie year. He hit a rookie wall. I think you got some of those guys back, and it helped him remain a little bit fresher. And Osa started to make some plays over the last few weeks. So I like where we're at with Osa, and I think that we got something really good between him and Neville Gallimore for the future. Kind of a surprise yesterday. Josh Ball, Cowboys PR Rich, came out and said Josh Ball was designated to return. Remember, he was the Cowboys' 5th round pick out of Marshall, transfer from Florida State due to some off-field stuff there. But he's been pretty much on IR all year due to a high ankle sprain. But I don't think that's why he's been on IR all year. I think he's been on IR all year because they look at this as a redshirt season. So if you look at Ball being designated to return, you might say, well, he's going to be on the team. I believe he won't be. I think that they'll give him this 21-day window, which means to practice. He has 3 weeks to practice with the team, be around the team, et cetera, kind of get in an in-season form of doing things, right? Learning that process of actually going through some practices. But I think they'll let that, and I could be wrong, but I think they'll let that practice window expire, and then he'll be on IR for the rest of the season, which will be what? A couple playoff games, hopefully, right? You don't really need him. Tyron Smith, Lyle Collins, Tyden Secchi, Terrence Steele, they're holding it down good enough. Let Josh Ball just kind of get his feet wet, understand how things work out there on the practice field, and then you let him go back to IR at the end of the season. I think that's what they'll do. At least I hope that's what they'll do. The last thing I want them to do is give a roster spot up for your 5th tackle. I'd be kind of frustrated with that one. And then finally, the Cowboys can clinch a they can clinch the division before they even touch the field on Sunday night. We kind of talked about this a few days ago, ways prior to the Eagles, Washington football, weird people, that game, ways to clinch. It was way too many weird things that had to happen. In fact, it ended on Saturday. Well before we even got to Sunday, it ended on Saturday. The Patriots had to beat the Colts, and that would start the list of things that could happen for the Cowboys to win. Well, here is what needs to happen. 1.5 of these things need to go their way, the half meaning a tie, but let's just say 2. Let's realistically say 2 things need to happen. The Raiders need to beat the Broncos. Jacksonville beats New York Jets. That one could go either way. The Chargers need to beat the Texans. Patriots beat Buffalo. Minnesota beats the Rams. Atlanta beats Detroit. You don't need all 6 of those things to happen. I'm sorry. You just need 2 of the 6 things to happen. If I had to bet, I'd go Atlanta beating Detroit, and I'd take the Chargers beating Houston. Who y'all got? I got Atlanta beating Detroit and as surefire things, right? Like the Vegas over Denver thing is not surefire. Jacksonville, New York, they both trash. New England, Buffalo up in the air. Same thing with Minnesota and the Rams. In fact, I'd give the edge to the Rams. So I think Atlanta could handle Detroit, even though Detroit, they just beat the Cardinals. They could be on a high horse here. And I feel confident in the Chargers beating the Texans. So that's where I got y'all. What y'all thinking here? Adrian said if Goff play, what's up, Adrian? If Goff plays like he did last week, yeah, you're right about that. The Colts put in 7 players, old head. 7 players into the Pro Bowl, and they may not make the playoffs. Yeah. Here's the thing about the Pro Bowl. Most of it is trash. Most of it doesn't make any sense. I'll be real. Tyron Smith should have been in the Pro Bowl. We'll talk about that in a second, but that's here, neither here nor there. They got 7 players. What's up, Lord Nova? What you guys got here? For me, he has Cowboys, Browns, Panthers, and Giants win. Well, none of those, I don't think, are going to matter. I mean, besides the Cowboys winning. The Cowboys win on Sunday, they would then need... No, the Cowboys win, they win. This is what I meant. You could win the division prior to the Cowboys playing on Sunday. That's the way for it to happen. But if they win and none of those things happen, then Cowboys win the division. No other team can get 11 victories. Jacob says, so you're saying activate Josh Ball because we don't know if something's going on with Tyron? Even if something is going on with Tyron, which I would just bench him until the playoffs. I've got Tyden second. I've got Terrence Steele as my swing tackles. I would greatly hate to not activate a Justin Hamilton or a Donovan Wilson or any of those linebackers that we need for special teams for Josh Ball, who hasn't played a game all year, who only way he would see that field, like see the field in general, would be for catastrophic injuries to happen. Bang, 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 bang. And then you throw him in the mix with no reps all season against somebody's good pass rusher in the playoffs. Yeah, no, I'll take my chances with Tyden Secchi, Terrence Steele, Lyle Collins. Emergency cases, move Zach Martin out there before I do with Josh Ball. Let him continue. Let him understand how practice works with these guys, and then you put him back on IR. That's how I look at it. Fresh said, I do like Josh Ball's tape from college. He's going to be a surprise next year. That's one of the guys we, kind of forget when we're talking about the left tackle, right? Oh, wow. I did not know Goff was in the protocol. What's up, Ted? Well, that changes things. Well, not really. I think Atlanta was going to beat him anyway. So there you go. All right. So here's what we'll do. I'm going to hop into the phone lines real quick, and then I want to talk about these Pro Bowlers. I want to talk about these Pro Bowlers. I think for the most part, we got 4 of them, right? but I think there was one that was snubbed, and I want to fuss about that if y'all let me. All right, let's get Reek in here and then D Shift right quick. What's up, Reek?
Yo, what's going on, Skywalker? Still Cowboy Nation. Like,
good, brother.
subscribe, share, do all that good stuff, man. You know, Sky get that good content.
Appreciate you,
Yeah,
brother.
I just wanted to start the conversation off saying happy holidays, everybody. Be safe. Do things responsibly. Enjoy your family. Let them enjoy you. And another thing, I just want to say, because I know you ain't gonna be on tomorrow.
Right.
Tomorrow's my birthday.
Hey.
So I'm happy. Yeah, you know what I mean? So, I'm happy
dog.
to get there, you know what I'm saying?
How many years around the sun you gonna be?
I'm 4-0, man. Tomorrow's big birthday.
That's a big one. The big 4. Oh, okay, brother. Happy birthday, Reek, man. I appreciate you since day one. You've been on this channel, man.
Yeah, man. Thank you, man. I appreciate it, man. Long journey, man. Short time. But yeah, my thing is like this, man. I just want the Cowboys to wrap me up a nice gift and deliver that gift. I don't give a dang if it's the Washington Redskins, but Washington football people, my fault. I mean, be disrespectful to nobody. But my whole thing is this, man. I just want to see us start getting ready for playoff form and getting more playoff form. If we need to, we clinch before we play. We need to start thinking about resting certain people, or not, if we're not going to rest them off the top, because I don't believe in resting people off the top unless they really need it.
Right.
Like people like Zeke, Tyler Smith, people like that. And even if Zeke just play like a couple snaps, that's cool. You know what I mean? I even think about if we're not fighting for that number 1 or the number 2 seed like that.
I think we will be, though. Don't you think?
Yeah, now if we are, yeah, it depends on who we gonna line up against too. You know what I mean? I know that seeding is important, but at the same time, I was just talking to an Eagles fan yesterday at Walmart. Me and him had a good conversation. He humble. We was basically, I said to him, like, I really don't give a damn who we gonna play. You know what I'm saying? I said, give me all the teams I do not like. I said, give me San Francisco first. Give me Tampa Bay, and give me goddamn Green Bay. That's what I want. I said, I don't want the journey to be easy. You know what I mean? I said, I don't want the journey to be easy. I don't care about no number 1 seed. And the reason I don't care about that number 1 seed stuff is because we don't have the number 1 seed in the past. And we don't do some Dallas Cowboys lax stuff. You know what I mean? We got quarterbacks down on vacation with Jessica Simpson and all that.
That's a different. That's PTSJG. That's PTSJG right there.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So it's like I don't want to lose focus. Yeah. You know what I mean? I said, and I asked him a question. I said, who's the last top number 1 seed that went to the Super Bowl and won it? I'm like, I'll wait.
I have to research that. I don't remember seedings throughout the years unless it's the Cowboys. So I'd have to go back and look at that.
That's what I'm saying. But the best teams that win the Super Bowl, they go through the wild card game for the most part.
I mean, I know the Eagles won it as a number 1 seed. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, it is what it is, man. But what I'm saying, like, naturally, a lot of these teams come from the wild card game. They go the good teams that make some magical type of playoff run. My whole thing is like this. I don't believe the Cowboys need to take the foot off the gas. I want us to go straight through. If we can get a little bit of rest for some of these guys to go in, cool. You know what I mean? But if we can't rest them and we gotta, we gotta get ready to go up in here, let's go do what we gotta do. Keep our foots on these people's neck. That's all I gotta say. But if we gotta rest Tyler Smith, rest him. And Kellen Moore and Mike McCarthy, let's get this offense rolling, man. Let's get this stuff together, man. If y'all fronting, this is a real good front. You know what I'm saying? If y'all gonna do what y'all did in Tampa Bay, I can rock with that. Going into the playoffs, because now you surprised. Now you pulling out the stuff out. Now you doing what you need to do. But other than that, all I gotta say is peace, everybody. Happy holidays, Sky. You stay up, brother. All right, Cowboy Nation.
Happy holidays, Reek, and happy birthday, good brother. Appreciate you, man. I mean, if we could go for the number 1 seed, I'd go for that. It's not the end of the world if you don't get it, but the fact of the good thing about getting the number 1 seed is you don't have to play an extra game. It's not even the rest part for me. It's the fact that you're not putting yourself at a risk to losing. And that's why I wish they kept the top 2 gets a bye. I wish they kept that. I don't like this 7th. I don't like it. I'm sorry. I don't. What is the point of that crap? You're going to get a 9-8 team in the playoffs, 8-9 team in the playoffs. That's whack. But if we don't get it, it ain't the end of the world. You got a defense that travels, right? We showed the stat. You got a defense that travels, things like that. But if you did get the number 1 seed, you only have to go through two wins, divisional championship, and you hit the Super Bowl, as opposed to wild card, divisional championship, and then you get to the Super Bowl. So that's really it for me. It's not really about being at home. We're not the Seahawks of the 12 man or whatever. We're not the Chiefs home field, or who else playing in Foxborough in the playoffs is tough. Lambeau. We're not none of that when it comes to home. It's just a matter of all you gotta do is win one game and get to the NFC Championship, and then you win one more game and you're in the Super Bowl. So play for that thing. Rest. Even if we clinch before Sunday, I don't think I'd rest anyone, because we'll probably be still playing for a number 1 seed, right? Like, technically, the Green Bay Packers have to win all the way up until week 18. Play the Browns. Browns been COVID stricken, but if they lose, the Browns beat the Packers on Saturday, which is Christmas Day, I ain't resting nobody. We're coming for that number 1 seed, because if the Cowboys win, they're going to be in a 3-way tie. One way or another, they will be in a 3-way tie probably, and that'll give them in fact, it doesn't even matter. If they have the same record as the Packers, they have the better conference record, so they'll be number 1. So I'll play for it, man. You don't sit down until this thing's over, right? To the fat lady sings, as they say. What's up, D-Shift?
Hey, what's good, Scott?
What's going with you?
Nothing much, man. Just been kind of studying this defense, these Cowboys defenses, man. I believe the remedy to this offense that, it's still, second and first as far as yards and points.
Top 3 in yards, I believe. Top 3 in points still as a team, because
number 2,
a couple touchdowns.
Number 2 for points, 1 in yards, and I think the remedy for this slump has been this defense, because you don't have to worry about this offense having to score those late touchdowns, I feel, as much, because this defense is not putting you in that position. And I just kind of went back and looked at just all of our playoff defenses, and one thing that it was always one or the other, right? Either the bread or the peanut butter. You had one or the other. And so you either were ranked high in turnovers and third down percentage, and you were just kind of average in points against and yards against, or if you were ranked high, they're ranked high in yards or points against, but they were kind of low with turnovers and third down percentage. And I think that 13-3 season, and then just those seasons where we finished with that number 1 seed or whatever, those defenses were better at turnovers and third down percentage. And guess where you're ranked this year?
What's that?
Number 1 in both. Your defense is ranked number 1 in both of those stats when it comes to third down percentage, getting teams off on third down, and getting turnovers. Mm-hmm. The number 7 in points against. And, we can look at 21st in yards, but
I don't care about yards.
Remember this defense. This defense had to gel early together. They play with a lot of second-string guys. And as you've seen with DeMarcus Lawrence, how effective he is in the run game, and when Gallimore is in the run game, you got to understand,
yards don't mean anything, though.
Giving up that garbage time.
Yards don't.
A lot of it was garbage time.
I have a pillar.
A lot of those games.
I have a pillar of 4 things defensively you need to be. Yards is not one of them. I don't care about that. You got turnovers. We talked about this beginning of the season. I don't care if the Cowboys rank 27th in yards. If they rank highly in these 3 or 4 categories, that is, to me, a defense you can win with. Turnovers, third down percentage, red zone defense. Those 3 things right there in points scored is what I care about. And the Dallas Cowboys have done well in 3 of those categories. The red zone defense can it can get better. But if you go into the playoffs,
and to your point, Scott, I mean, they were number 7 with that 2018 defense. They were number 7 in yards, but they were average with 16 in turnovers and number.
And that was because it was a ball control offense. Ball control offense keeps the defense off the field, thus no yards can be gained. So that was a mirage. That's why when people, I said, I don't think there's been a Cowboys defense like this in the Dak Prescott era. And they go back to, what about 2018? I'm like, y'all, that was a mirage. Go look at how that was played. Y'all are thinking about the Saints game. The Saints game was not how this defense played the entire season. If you go look at the Rams and go look at the Colts, that was indicative of what that team really was. A team that couldn't stop the run, but an offense that kept them off the field. They were a fast defense, and they were a defense that played together, but they weren't a defense you really trust. I feel like this is a defense D shift that I could trust anywhere.
And they were average in that 2014 defense with 15 and 19 with points and yards.
They just got the ball that year.
Yeah, they're number 2 in turnovers. Mm-hmm. You know, so what turnovers can do for you, and the difference is they were like number 27 in third down percentage. So you talk about a defense that's number 1, and both of those very important. I think, you know, like I said, they're along with, you know, points against, which they're number 7 in this year. That's just a recipe for, I mean, and you talk about this team that this last 6 games, I mean, they've been averaging like 26.6 yards. I mean, like I say, points. I've been looking at stats, bro, and so I just been kind of
got a lot of numbers in your head.
You know, man, I like numbers, bro. I'm an engineer major.
I'm a numbers guy.
Math teacher now, so I like numbers, man. I like numbers. So
let's add another one to the pillar. Let's add another one to the pillar that I probably should have earlier. I purposefully left off sacks because sacks can be herky-jerky, right? But one thing I think that does matter is pressure and pressure win rate. Mm-hmm. And the Cowboys,
the lunatic, we're talking about that.
Yeah, the Cowboys are good at the pressure, but they're also pretty damn good at getting to the quarterback as well. And now that you got your horses back, I think you'll see the pressures turn into sacks turn into turnovers like they have already. And those pressures turn into turnovers.
Yeah, the pressures turn into turnovers more than sacks.
So if you can get –
because you remember the Marcus Ware defenses where they get a lot of sacks, but they couldn't get turnovers. So, I mean, I'm with it, man. But, all right, Scott, I'll let you get to other callers, man. I ain't going to hold you.
Appreciate you, bro.
All right, bro.
Yeah, man, there's the pillars. The pillars, and they matter. I truly believe those things matter more than number 5. We've been top 5, top 10 in yards under Rod Marinelli, but it was the way that the Cowboys played. Let me just find something real quick because it's got somebody in the house. All right, let's talk about these Pro Bowlers real quick before we kind of move on. I want to talk a little bit about that, but I want to find this because I want to make sure we're not wrong here against the Giants. Okay, so somebody said the Cowboys were bad against the Giants on third down. Prior to that final drive, the Giants were 4 for 12, I believe, on third downs. So, I mean, if that's bad, I don't know what you expect in regards to the defense. So, I'm not really quite sure how they were bad. The Cowboys' third down defense has been one of the most consistent things about the defense. So I really wouldn't get all up in arms about what they did in garbage time with the backup quarterback, third-string quarterback on that last possession. But, all right. Here are the Pro Bowlers for the Dallas Cowboys, starting off with Trayvon Diggs. Leads the league in 10 interceptions, second in the league in pass breakups with 19 per Pro Football Reference, and he has 2 touchdowns. I think that was a no-brainer, right? There was 2 no-brainers, in my opinion, on this entire team, and it was that man, Trayvon Diggs, and Micah Parsons, who has 76 tackles. This stat line is ridiculous. 76 tackles, 17 tackles for loss, 27 quarterback hits, 12 sacks, 3 forced fumbles, 3 pass breakups, and he's in the running for Defensive Player of the Year. No-brainer. Absolute no-brainer. He's likely going to be an All-Pro, as he should be. Micah Parsons. I love the quote that he had. Was it yesterday? He talked about how Dan Quinn allows people to get one-on-one so everybody can eat and things like that. He said, this is no longer a lone, what did he say, a lone, I'm not a lone lion anymore. This is a lion pride. See, I like that better than hot boys. I never was a fan of Hot Boys. I think of Hot Boys, I think of Lil Wayne in them. I don't think of Antoine Woods, Taco Charlton. I'm saying DeMarcus Lawrence, Hot Boys. Man, come on, man. That was so corny. But you don't hear that anymore. You don't hear none of that stuff. And I think even DeMarcus Lawrence kind of grew up and grew out of that as well. You heard Trayvon Diggs talk about him being a leader this year. He said, he was a leader last year, but he's a leader this year. And I think Micah Parsons has helped raise that level of play and leadership on that defense side of the ball. Zach Martin, Tyron Smith, the other Pro Bowlers. I don't really believe that Tyron Smith should have been there, not because he's not a Pro Bowl player, but because he missed 4 games, probably going to miss 5, possibly 6 or 7. So you can't be going to the Pro Bowl if you're going to miss half the damn season. So when he's on the field, top 3 tackle in the league. Top 3. Zach Martin was Zach Martin. Was he your all-decade Zach this year? Probably not, but he still was one of the best guards in the league, so he deserved to go as well. And then Brian Anger. Can I give up? Maybe our most undervalued player. Maybe I shouldn't say undervalued, but underrated player that we've had this year, weapon per se. Brian Anger has been, every time he goes out there, I have no worries. I feel like he's going to pin a guy back, pin a team back, down the ball inside the 20. He's just been spot on. It seems to be every single week I can count on Brian Anger to, and it sounds funny because it's a punter, but if you got a terrible punter, they can put you in bad positions, and Anger hasn't done that. He leads the league in net average for a punter. So, I think that Anger deserved to go. Tyron, maybe not so due to him being out, but the rest of those guys, absolutely. Here's my damn snub, though. J-Ron Curse. I can't be the only one, man. My man who gave us this lovely drop. I can't be the only one that feels like J-Ron Curse was snubbed. And let's compare him to some of the other guys that went before him. Or one in front of him. One being Budda Baker. Here's J-Ron Curse's stats per PFR, Pro Football Reference. 94 tackles, 8 tackles for loss, 2 interceptions, 9 pass breakups, 4 quarterback hits, 1 forced fumble. Budda Baker went to the Pro Bowl this year. Not saying he's not deserving, but somebody had. J-Ron need to be going over one of these two dudes I'm about to name. Budda Baker. J-Ron has more tackles than Budda Baker, more quarterback hits, more pass breakups than him, more assisted tackles, and 1 less interception. But Budda Baker got the nod. Popularity, I don't know. Harrison Smith. J-Ron Curse had more tackles than Harrison Smith, more pass breakups, more interceptions. But Harrison Smith had 3 sacks and 1 interception. Could be a reputation thing, popularity contest, I don't know. Not saying they ain't deserving. I'm just saying J-Ron was deserving more. Quandre Diggs, free safety, he deserved to go. But I feel like J-Rock could have been in the Pro Bowl this year. Maybe he gets in as an alternate. I really don't want it to happen because an alternate means that team guy either got hurt, pulled out, or went to the Super Bowl. I'd rather the Dallas Cowboys, none of these dudes play in it, and they are going to SoFi to play in that game instead. But I think it's J-Ron Curse. Anybody else get snubbed, y'all let me know. Some people think it might have been Ezekiel Elliott. I don't think so. I think Zeke, yes, I get it. Yards, he's like second in the NFC and things like that. Rushing this year is down a lot. I don't think Zeke was a Pro Bowl player this year. Maybe the first 6 games or 5 games before he got hurt, but we're talking collective all season, or at least the first 14 games of the season. I don't think Zeke was a Pro Bowl player. So I don't think he was snubbed. Let me see what y'all got here. Yep. Professor O says Curse. Lamone highlight says J-Ron got snubbed. Oh, I forgot about Jalen Smith was another hot boy. Anybody else think that Jacob said Harrison Smith had 1 more choke over Curse? He did. Anybody else think anyone else got snubbed on this team? I don't think anybody else got snubbed. You think Coop Coop wasn't a Pro Bowler this year. Not this year, brother. Not this year. I guess you could maybe say CeeDee Lamb. He's going to be your only 1,000-yard wide receiver most likely on this team. I think he got about 5 or 6 touchdowns. I'll go check it out in a second. Maybe CeeDee Lamb. But here's the crazy thing. I feel like if Randy Gregory played all year, DeMarcus Lawrence played all year, and even Neville Gallimore played all year, all three of those boys is Pro Bowlers. I truly, truly believe that. But I will definitely swap you being 10-4 heading into the last 3 games with those guys rested and coming back from injury healthy going into the playoffs over a full Pro Bowl year. I will gladly take that. That's the thing, Cash. I think it's Los. Randy Gregory only played in 9 games this year? I guess so did Tyron Smith or whatever. But yeah, man. So I get why he didn't go. But if he had played at least 10 of these games or whatever, 12 of these games, whatever it is, I think Randy Gregory is a Pro Bowl player. He'd have been on the roster. All right, we got Old Head on the phone. So let's get to Old Head, and then we'll get back into the content. What's up, Old Head?
Mr. Sky, what I was trying to suggest to you earlier is that damn is not God's last name. That's all I was trying to say. And at Christmas time, I don't want to be on anybody's naughty list. And that's all I meant by that little crack that I made earlier. So don't get mad at me. And I'm not doing any voodoo dolls this time of year either, because the preacher would be really upset with me if I was messing with that side of the religious spectrum, so to speak. I agree with you on everything you just laid out on the Pro Bowl thing. I think Tyron Smith, it was more of a career award, lifetime achievement, if you want to put it in terms of Oscars. Tyron has not had his best year because, unfortunately, he's been injured. Zach Martin led all guards and deserved to be number 1, in my opinion. He's the best that we've ever had next to Larry Allen, and I wish, God, I'd shiver at the idea of having someone like Larry Allen on one side and Zach Martin on the other. We could bulldoze any team in the league. And I believe, I don't know about Trayvon, but I know Micah was the leading vote getter at inside linebacker, which is amazing as a rookie or any player. I think we're going to see, anytime you have the All-Pro, people get snubbed. But then when it comes, and like you just got through saying, and I was amening in the background, the team would give away, if they would give back all those awards, to go all the way to the Super Bowl. And they would gladly do that because some teams have a lot of individuals. This team doesn't. You don't have the guys that are causing, they're not putting out a lot of billboard material.
There's no hot boys. Yeah. There's no swiping going
that's
on.
That's something else. Thank you. Because you just gave me, that was another thing you don't like me to jump around, but I just have a lot of little one-shot deals. Hot Boys was something the team gave to themselves. The nicknames, the big name defenses, they don't name themselves. The fans and the media name them. Doomsday didn't come from the Cowboys. Doomsday came from the media. Doomsday 2, well, that was an obvious thing when they came back with the Randy White defense. That was something that was an easy pickup because they were, they won Super Bowl 6. They came back and they won 12 and should have won 13. But anyway, this is the time of year when it's like, okay, let's pass out our participation trophies and our ribbons and stuff like that. It's getting to be almost like, and this is my complaint about the playoffs the way they are, and you may agree or disagree. I personally believe, I'm old school, if you win your division, you ought to get a bye, as far as I'm concerned. Just my opinion.
4 buys?
If you ought to get a first, I believe if you win your division, the way the games is set up, that you got to play everybody in your division twice. Sometimes that's a cakewalk for some divisions. Sometimes that is a slaughterhouse for some divisions, having to play everybody twice. Just my opinion, but I believe if you are,
I just want to get some clarity here. Do you mean bringing back the 2 bye weeks I'm sorry, the 2 bye teams as opposed to 1? Or are you saying every division winner should get a bye?
I personally think if it may not be feasible time-wise to do a bye to give every division winner a bye.
It's just not possible.
But I think, I think there ought to be some value if you give the top 2 a bye, and then 3 and 4 they get a home game like it used to be.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Bring that back.
We're adding more and more people into the mix of playoffs. It's almost like the ridiculous mess that Texas football, and I'm going to high school now, so give me a little bit of leeway here. But it's gotten to be in Texas high school now, you may only have 6 teams in a high school district, but the top 4 are going to the playoffs. You've got teams, 10-game season, you've got teams that are going to the playoffs that only won 3 games, 4 games. It's ridiculous. It's like if a kid shows up and knows how to put on his jockstrap the right way, he gets a participation trophy. That's fine. As far as saying, good, you showed up, you were a participant, I'm proud of you, give him the encouragement, but don't send a 3-7 team to the playoffs. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with the high school team stuff, but
crazy.
But with college, with
different.
the pros, I agree with you. I think they need to bring back the top 2 buys. What else you got for us?
Well, nothing else really. I just wanted to call and say thank you because this kind of thing, me kidding you about watch your language, young feller, being the old
get off my lawn
with the ruler. I'm going to wrap your knuckles, boy. Here, I'm just be careful there. I didn't have any voices for you today because I was too busy listening to you in the phone and listening to someone else on TV trying to hear. Please stop talking about it and tell me who did the All-Pro thing because I hadn't seen the list yet.
I don't think it came.
When I saw it,
it's at the end of the year.
Yeah, it came out earlier this morning, I believe. But it was, we got 2 defenders. We got our top 2 defenders. We got our my cousin Tyron. I'm kidding about that, obviously, but Tyron and Zach on offense, and Brian Anger. We got 2 defense, 2 offense, and 1 special teamer, and the special teamer probably has had more effect, as much effect or more on the success of the team this year than any other player. So I'm glad we got a special teamer in there because now Bones will think he's something special. And I just want to say thank you for letting me participate. I know TC's listening, Sadiqa's listening. Stephen White is maybe listening and maybe floating off into the ozone somewhere. And listen, I tried to call in yesterday and I had a Jerry Jones bit for you because anytime you get a Koye on there, I want Jerry Jones to call him Mr. Acoy, which may not be funny, but it sounded funny to me. I don't, how it is. Us old people are easily amused. But you guys, you got a great show, and in my opinion, I spend more time with you than anybody else as far as shows on YouTube or any other channel. So you got a great thing going, brother. Have a great Christmas, and we will see you next week.
Thank you, Ohead. And you have a very, very Merry Christmas or Happy Holidays to you and your family, good brother.
You bet. You betcha. And my brother Marcus, too. I know he's got a good Christmas plan. So you guys just have a great year, and we're looking forward to good things starting Sunday night.
Yes, sir. Let's clinch this division, man. Appreciate you. Y'all are something else in that dang on chat. I brought these back for you, Ohead.
Get your damn act together. Don't like your attitude.
Yeah, I haven't used those in a long time, but I brought those ones back for you. So every time I get a stern talking,
get your damn act together.
You sound just like that, man. It's crazy. It's crazy, man. It's uncanny. It's uncanny. All right, look. Let me get to 803. You've been holding. And then I want to get to my very first part of my Christmas list for the Dallas Cowboys, my Christmas wish list. So 803, looks like you're from Columbia, South Carolina. Who this?
Yeah, this Coach Marv, man. This Coach Marv guy.
So I thought it's been a while, Coach Marv. What's going on, Marv P?
Yeah, man, you need to lock me in, man. Lock my number in.
Now.
Yeah, man. Man, a great show, man. I got a couple of points. Curse, I think he was a big time snub for the Pro Bowl. I think that was a big time snub. I think Tyron, I believe what you're saying about Tyron. You don't play over a third of the season, or half the season. You shouldn't be. Not saying his play when he plays is not Pro Bowl, but he's not played enough games.
Right.
I do think this is wonderful about the Cowboys. I've been a Cowboy fan for a long time, but I do think it reminds me of the 70s and the 90s that the sum of our parts is the importance of this Cowboys team. We don't have guys having outstanding years, but we got more players having good years. And that's the sum of the parts is making this team a 10-4 number 2 seed and possibly a Super Bowl championship team. And that's very important when you're talking about football. Is you can have great players, have great years, but you really want the sum of the parts to be the most important part. And I think the sum of our parts of guys coming along, rookies, guys that's having career years based on their career so far. Maybe not Pro Bowl, but they're having career years based on
personally.
Their stats.
Yeah.
So that's very important. But I do have some keys to our success that I want to shoot to you.
What's that?
You were talking about the defense, and this defense has come so far in a year, and I believe this defense can be a top. I really believe in this last stretch of the season, this defense can become probably a top 3 or a top 2 defense in this last stretch in this playoff run. But there's going to be some keys. There's going to be some keys to that climb that we need. One of those things, and I think a lot of people get it confused when they talk about ball control offense and time of possession. But if the Cowboys control the ball between 32 to 34 minutes a game and dominate time of possession, this defense will become epic. Because if you look at the history of the NFL, most great defenses do have offenses that control time of possession, where they have to play less plays. And they force the other offense to play into the strength of their defense. If we control time possession, then we make teams rush or feel that they are rushed because they don't have the ball enough. That plays into the strength of our defense.
Yeah,
and when you play into the strength of our defense, we're going to get turnovers. We're going to get sacks because you're not going to be able to be patient enough with this defense, and you're going to go into the strength, and then you're going to start playing fast, and that's what we want you to do.
Yeah, I think we finally, real quick, if I can chime in on that, I think we finally have a defense to be able to do that successfully offensively. I think when we were doing it before, it was more so keep away. I think what this offense needs to do now is, yes, play the TOP game, but you have to convert in the red zone because the TOP game don't matter if all you're going to do is kick field goals all game. And you only got 17 points in a team can score 19 and win.
Right, but you feel better now with this team if you have a long drive. And I understand perfectly when you're talking about we need to be more efficient in the red zone.
Yes.
But now you feel better now if you have a 5 or 6 minute drive and you get bogged down and you say, okay, I'll take the field goal. Because of the fact I'm taking time off the clock, plus I got a defense I'm not worried about the other team going right down the score.
I feel better about the teams we're playing. I don't feel good about doing that against teams in the playoffs. I'm not trying to be a team that scores 17 points against the Rams, the Cardinals, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and the Green Bay Packers. I feel like the offense.
Well, I don't think we're gonna be that, Scott. But I think this is the key to the offense. And I know a lot of people are talking about the offense, but you have to be who you are. And there are certain key things with doing my coaching career when I used to go through stats and we look through stats and some hidden stats and we say, okay, if we hit these measures, what is how well do we play? And there's a couple of key stats that shows when the Cowboys hit these certain things, their offense is better. They win games. One of those stats is we got to have at least between 32 and 34 rushing attempts a game. If you look at our team this year, every time we hit that measure, we have averaged over 40 points, almost 40 points a game, and we have won all of those. When we control time possession, we have won all of those. When we hit 19 to 22 attempts in a game, and this has probably been for a couple of years, in rushing attempts, our offense is mediocre at best. We have some games where we just throw the ball around and we have big games, passing games, but then usually they come out to be L's. These are the measures that's going to help us. I don't care if it's Tony Pollard, Ezekiel Elliott, whoever. That keeps us on schedule. That keeps I always tell people this. Running the ball controls is where you control the offense. Passing game where you score points. I didn't never like using the passing game for the controlling and the scoring.
I think you just need a balanced
situation here with
attack.
Huh?
You got to be balanced. I think that's what we're getting at here.
And attack in the passing game. I think sometimes in the last couple of weeks, we've been, last week with the Giants, we ran the ball better. But then we ran the ball better, and okay, well, let's use our passing game to be attacking. Well, it doesn't make any sense if we running the ball a little bit better, and then we still doing a short passing game. Well, that's counterproductive. Let's attack in the passing game. Let's be physical up front.
There's context
and let's attack in the passing game.
Yeah, what you're saying is very general though. Like there's a ton of context left out in what you're saying. Like, yeah, you got to be an attack. You want to be an attacking passing offense, but if the defense is not allowing you to be that, then you do have to be what they call a controlled passing game, right? And that's what defenses are doing to the Cowboys right now. Is they're making them be a controlled passing game and matriculate down the field, which is why I put the emphasis on red zone. Because they'll allow you to get to that green zone, red zone area. But if you're 1 for 5, 2 for 6, 2 for 5, then teams will take it all day, right? So,
right.
It's matchup based. It's a week-to-week thing. There's no one way to skin a cat. I think we're leaving out context when we say, hey, just run the ball 30 times, 35 times, you'll automatically win or you'll have the better chance to win. I think if I'm running the ball 35 times and I'm only getting 3.2 yards per carry, as a defense, I take it all day, especially if you can't convert in the red zone. So like what you're saying in a general sense, it makes sense as long as there is some efficiency in both the passing and running game. If there's no efficiency in one or the other, you're now one-dimensional. And one-dimensional teams are easier to defend.
Something, Scott, you know something about our red zone? And I want to ask you this. Because, like I said, I watch every Cowboy game. I rewatch it. I break it down. And with my coaching experience, I was a defense coordinator for a lot longer than I was a head coach. Does it seem to you that you can call every play that when we get in the red zone, you can call them, and you're sitting at home, and you can call these plays before they happen?
Yeah.
Because I know I can. Yeah. And if I was a defensive coordinator against our team, I really got a feeling that, and this is not patting myself on the back, but I can call Kellen Moore plays before he even line them up, because that's a very, and that's not a saying Kellen Moore is not a great offensive could be a great offensive coordinator, but I think sometimes get into a point where teams over the course of the season, they start getting on your tendencies. I understand people are saying this thing about, oh, we holding things back. That could be a double-edged sword if you're trying to hold things back.
That's where I was
somewhere
gonna say.
down the line you're gonna have to put them on the field.
I was going to ask you, are they holding things back? Is that conspiracy a real
because
thing?
If you are holding things back, how long is that going to work, Sky? If you're holding things back, that'll work 1 week. Because after you show them in the first week of the playoffs, then that trick is over.
I ain't a fan of it. I'm not saying you got to empty the clip with everything you got, but I'm saying
that's right. I'm not a fan of it either.
Do stuff to convert and score, and I don't believe they're doing that. They're down there. I'm not even tripping about what they do in between the 20s because talent alone gets them, down into that red zone area. Even though there's a lot of basic ass plays they run, coach, in between the 20s, but maybe he's holding back there as well. But and I watched and that really when I watched Okoye's breakdown. I've been saying for the last 3 years, this all curl thing, this all curl route, 4 curls. I've been saying for years that should have been gone. That's been around for a while. That's been a staple of our offense since Jason Garrett years. Because what I think it does, Sky, is this: when you run basic routes with Amari Cooper and CD Lamb, you minimize their talent. Mm-hmm.
Because what you do is you run basic routes with them. With Amari Cooper, you have to really say, I'm going to scheme where I'm going to utilize his best asset. His best asset is a route runner. So when you run majority of the game, you run him or you throw him a screen pass, or you run him a curl, or you run him a slant, and you don't utilize his post corners, his sevens, his dig routes, where his route running ability can come to the forefront, you minimize his talent and you make him guardable. That's just like a 7-foot basketball player, and you give him the ball at the 3-point line.
Yeah, there should be
minimize his talent.
There should be no excuse that while Amari Cooper isn't averaging at least 6-7 receptions a game. I don't care if it comes at the cost of Michael Gallup not seeing the ball between the 20s 5 times. I don't care. Because Amari Cooper is better between the 20s. Michael Gallup is better once you get to that green zone, red zone, unless you're going deep. So there should be direct plays, game plan plays to get guys like Amari Cooper and CD Lamb, Tony Pollard, your explosive guys, big play guys to rock, whether it be fast or whether it be schematically, intermediately, or down the field. And it doesn't seem to be that. It seems to be, all right, here we go. This is the play. You got to run here. You run here. You beat your man. We're going to read 1, 2, 3, and we're going to try to find an open guy in 3 seconds. It's silly to me. You got guys that are mismatch problems. Go watch, and I know Dak is not Rodgers, but go watch the scheme. Go watch how Matt LaFleur schemes up Devontae Adams. He schemes him up to get matchups. We don't do that, in my opinion, with our guys. So,
you'll never take when teams talking about they'll take Devontae Adams out of the Green Bay. That never happens. That would never happen because they're going to make sure that they find ways to get him the football.
Yeah.
And that's the thing with the Cowboys that I have a real problem with, Kellen. You don't have to be complex to be good, but you have to utilize the talents you have, and you have to utilize them at their strengths. And you have to make sure that you get these guys certain amount of plays and let everybody else eat after that, because it makes it easier for the other guys after the big guys get their line, I hate to say it, their line share. So that's how it's a thing with that. But again, Sky, I'm not talking about 3 yards in a cloud of dust. But I understand this about football. When you get into this time of the year and the weather starts changing, and you have a lot of people talking about Zeke as a power back. Well, Zeke is not a power back like a fullback. Zeke is what I call a heavy tackling back.
He's a downhill runner.
Downhill runner, but what I call heavy, he's a heavy back because even when you tackle him from the side, he's a heavy load. And carries 10 through 20 in his career is where he gets his yards. If you're expecting Zeke to get a lot of yards between the first 1 and 8 carries, that's not going to happen. But when you get in the third quarter and tackling that heavy guy, and this when it gets colder and when you injuries are mounted, bruises are here, you don't want to. Guys make decisions they don't want to tackle guys like that. They allow guys to get 5 or 6 more yards because they're just trying to pull them down and they're not trying to hit them anymore. But again, history repeats itself. So got one thing I learned: history repeats itself, and we have been fortunate here to have a team that is set up like all the championship teams that we have had, and that goes back to the 70s. If you look at the style, the makeup of these teams, you can see that this team has that same makeup. But we have to be consistent to our ancestry. We have to know who we are. We don't need to change who we are. If we do who we are, don't worry about what everybody else does. If we do what we are and we be who we are, with our talent, we are getting number 6 this year. Who are we? We are a physical, up-front team. And I'm going to say this, and you may not agree with this. If Zeke and Pollard eat, they eat first. The rest of the guys will eat big time. They will eat in big plays.
I'm not in disagreement
that we reverse that.
I'm not in disagreement that this run game needs to find its way. I'm not sure if you listened a few shows ago, but we talked. One of the things we talked about was getting this run game to find its footing for the playoffs. I said this, and I'll continue to say it. You can have the greatest defense in the world. Go look at historic defenses and what follows in the postseason. It's usually a run game. I said if we don't have a run game that follows this great defense, it won't matter. It really won't. Because you're not going to go into Lambeau, throw the ball 45 times. So I'm with you. They got to find the run game.
And Philadelphia saved their season because.
Well, that's a whole nother.
Because listen. Philadelphia saved. Scott, look at this. Philadelphia had so many. When they came play the Cowboys the first time, and during that stretch, they wouldn't run the football at all. They were averaging like 10 carries a game. They decided to run the ball in the last 7 to 8 weeks. And that's the only reason they back to 7-7.
It's about how they're doing it. And I'm going to talk about that in a second, but I appreciate the call, Coach Marv.
All right, man. Keep doing you. Happy holidays to you, man.
You too. Have a great holiday, you and your fam. Yeah, I've said this before about the Washington run game, about the Niners run game, and about Philly's run game. I would still steal so many plays from them. So many plays in the way they run the rock. And it's not about having a dominant offensive line. It's really schematically. They set their players up to perform well within their scheme, whereas Dallas had been extremely, simplistic in their run game, and then B, it's a lot of in and out, and stubbornness in running a hobbled Ezekiel Elliott. But yeah, I mean, we've said this forever over the last few weeks. They need to find this damn run game. And I don't care if it's running the ball 35, 40 times. I care about it being efficient. Efficiency wins. Quantity does not. If you don't believe me, go watch the Tennessee Titans. Go watch the 49ers over their little run. Primarily predominant run teams could not get over the hump, because they don't have a quarterback or a passing offense that can get the job done when need be against a team that can do that. You know, it's about being balanced. When the Cowboys were the best team in the league, in my opinion, they were balanced on both parts of the offense, the run game and the passing department. They have to find that balance heading into this postseason, because the only worry I have is if they're an extremely unbalanced team going up against one of these top tier teams and they can't get off on one or the other. And yes, I'm talking in the past too. Like, if you run the ball 35 times at 4.5 yards per clip, you got 200 rushing yards, but you can't throw the rock at some point, you're going to be the Tennessee Titans with Derrick Henry. Seriously. Yeah. So I just think they need to find a balance. So here's what we're going to do. Give a quick little 30-second break, and we'll come back and we'll get into our quick Christmas wish list for the Cowboys.
Where else you want to go? Don't nobody do it like us, bro. Oh my goodness. We beat the brakes off y'all. Whoop that trip.
All right. Here is my Christmas list this week. Starting off with the Dallas Cowboys clinching the division. Okay, that's number one. You got to get that home playoff game. If you don't get the number one overall seed, at the very least, get the home playoff game in the first round. They consider the wild card round now, even though the Cowboys probably could be the number 2 seed and have a bye in a normal year, but whatever. So get that home game, clinch the division, check that first goal off, right? That's always goal number one. Win the division. And everything else will follow from there. I think they're going to do it prior to Sunday night, but it is what it is. That's number one on my wish list. That should be number one on everybody's wish list. I'll give you my number 2, and then I'll go back to the phone lines. We'll get 3 and 4. Number 2. Come on up. I need the defense, or I wish for the defense to continue its turnover run. Okay, Dallas Cowboys have 12 turnovers in the last 3 games. And a league-leading 31 turnovers makes this defense a feared defense. Seriously. Now, I want to roll into the playoffs with that same energy, letting everybody know you just can't be careless with the rock. Because a lot of people coming into this season just wanted the Cowboys defense to be opportunistic, right? Oh, and opportunistic. This defense is beyond opportunistic. I want to keep it that way. This defense is taking the ball away. They're not lucking into these turnovers. I'm going to chart it. Maybe not now, maybe not during the season, maybe after in the postseason, maybe later when the year's over. I'm going to chart takeaways and opportunistic turnovers. I guarantee you the takeaway department is way higher than this whole, hey, we lucked up into it or the ball bounced our way. The Dallas Cowboys are forcing so many turnovers right now that if I'm an offensive coordinator, if I'm an offensive player, I have to think about that. I have to think about where I'm throwing a rock, or I have to be more controlled in my passing game, or maybe I have to run more because I don't want to put the ball in the air because of this pass rush. So I'm wishing for them boys to continue this turnover run and to clinch the division. Those are 2 of my 4. All right, I had Brandon on hold, and then 5:05, and we'll get back into my Christmas wish list. What's up, B?
What's going on, guy?
Not much, brother. How are you?
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. I got you.
Oh, man, I'm chilling, man. Oh, my bad, yo. I just was walking out the gym. Hey, man, I just had a quick comment, man. Do you think that the boys are interested in Bashaud Breeland? I know he had a situation in Minnesota, but I don't know, man. You probably disagree with this, man, but I'm not a believer in AB, man. I'm sorry. I think teams are not attacking AB enough, especially down the field.
Seriously?
And when teams decide to attack him down the field, it's the 3rd and 7, 3rd and 9, and they get it. And I just think there's going to be a team that's going to say, look, we're going after him all game. We're not going to throw this ball over there with Diggs. I'm not a believer in cornerbacks that aren't physical down the field, and I don't think he's that. And I'm not saying Bashaud Breeland is the be-all, end-all.
He's been awful this year, bro.
No. I'm just saying as far as just having some depth, because I don't trust AB, man. I don't trust him.
But you trust Bashaud Breeland?
Physical. No. I'm just talking about depth.
Well, you got the depth. You're young buck. Put your boy Bossman in there if you believe that. But I'm about to give you some stats to just, tell you why you're wrong. But if you want to bench him, then just put in your boy, right? Boss Man Fat.
No, I feel you. I'm not saying bench him, but okay, look. This is what I'm afraid of happening. You saw last week, right, against the Giants. When the Giants needed a play, typically, who did they pick on?
Hold on.
I'm just serious. When they got that long completion down the field, it's like,
Sir.
Damn, man, it's 3rd and 16.
I'm dead serious. Can you remind me here, when did Anthony Brown get beat in a meaningful snap last week against the Giants?
Oh no, it was still a game. They were up. What was it? I think it was right after the third. It was in the third quarter when he got beat down the right sideline.
It was 21-6 in the third quarter.
No, was it 20? No, was it 21-6?
I mean, technically it's a game, but I mean, is it really against the Giants?
No, no. I'm just saying what I'm trying to say is I'm not saying he's trash, but what I'm saying is there's going to be a team that is going to exploit that a little more, and that's what I'm worried about. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying bench him. I'm just saying what happens when a team really decides to say, you know what, all game. We're going to abuse him all game.
I mean, it's not realistic,
but
I'm
worried about.
All right, so let me help you out here. Anthony Brown has been, I believe, the first or second most targeted cornerback in the entire National Football League. For most of this year, when Anthony Brown has been in man-to-man coverage, he's been statistically a top 5 productive cornerback in man-to-man coverage. Anthony Brown, aside from that travesty of a Raiders game with Ed Hockley. I mean that was serious. I mean, seriously, it was bullshit. That was ridiculous. He's only had one penalty when being targeted downfield. I get the disdain for AB because we kind of have a little bit of PTSD with AB, right? Like we think about AB's career as opposed to what AB is doing right now. But I can get having a trust factor, but here's the problem, bro. There's not anybody on the street in Week 15 you're going to bring in here that's been playing better than Anthony Brown. Most teams, not all, but most teams have a cornerback oppo of their cornerback one that teams are going to target because they're just not as good as that cornerback one. I would argue to look around the NFC, Anthony Brown has played better than any cornerback probably on the entire Tampa Bay Buccaneers staff. Anthony Brown as a cornerback 2 would probably be a cornerback 2 in Green Bay. I don't know. Y'all could tell me. Who else? I don't even know who the other cornerback is in the Cardinals, so I'm not going to act like I can say that there. But what I'm getting at is if you stack AB up against most of the cornerback 2s with the contenders, I think he could hold his weight this year. So on one hand, I feel you in the sense of you don't trust him. I can't change your trust in AB. But on the other hand, I got to tell you that teams have been targeting Anthony Brown all season. He's the first or second most targeted corner, and I believe he's given up 1 touchdown since week 2 and has 3 interceptions. So I'm okay with AB. If you want to bench him, I would go with Young Buck Boss Man Fat, but that would be rough to do because then if you're going to bench him, what you're telling the rest of your team is, hey, no matter if you're playing good, I don't feel good about you, I'm going to bench you. That I don't know if that's a message you want to send.
Right, and like I said, I'm not saying, bench him. I'm just saying, I just don't, what I'm saying? You
don't feel comfortable with
I'm a little worried. Yeah, I don't, and I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I'm not going to let nobody change my opinion on it. It's just I don't trust it.
I hear you.
But, I respect your opinion.
No, he may get it. Well, I'm trying to give you the facts. I'm trying to leave my opinion aside from it, right? I'm just trying to give you some. That's why I gave you the numbers. Like the fact of the matter is, he's been solid this year. But a trust issue is something that I'm not going to try to change your mind on because I get it. I totally 100% get you being uncomfortable because what you're thinking about is 3rd and 8 with 1:45 left. Aaron Rodgers,
12 yards off.
Aaron Rodgers is out there, and you know exactly where he's probably going to go with the rock. They're going to try to match up Devontae Adams over there. Even if they don't have Devontae Adams, you're thinking they're going to attack Anthony Brown, and you just don't got the confidence.
And some of their schemes sometimes, I'll be like, okay, I understand AB is out there. Like, to me, let's just say we had to play the Packers. There's nothing in me that says Dan Quinn is going to say, all right, AB, we're going to put you and we're going to double Devontae as much as we can all game. You're going to have help.
No, they're going to. Why would you do that? I would just have Trayvon Diggs follow him around all game.
Okay. I'm more to build Bill Belichick way, where I'm gonna put my second best corner on you, and I'm gonna double, and then I'm gonna put my best corner on your second receiver, and my corner should be able to dominate him without no help. I'm more the Bill Belichick way.
You can mix it up, but that would be a mistake against Devontae Adams. He beats double teams. You need a cornerback that can get in his grill all day, and they can make it tough for him every single rep. He literally knows how to beat. They practice against knowing how to beat double teams, him and Aaron Rodgers. So I think against that man, you need to put your best cornerback on him and make it be talent versus talent and mix it up, right? Obviously mix it up. Sometimes you use a double team with Diggs. Sometimes you throw somebody else at him, but I would be wary of putting AB on Devontae Adams. I don't give a damn if you got 3 people over there, bro. Like he's like that. He's like that.
No facts. He is like that, and I respect him. That's why I'm talking about a double team.
Yeah.
And my last point, man, I'm gonna let you go, man. I'm just to kind of touch on what the last caller said. I called in on Monday and I was talking about putting Amari in the slot more.
Yeah.
It's no way that Amari Cooper's route running ability, man, is just so limited. And I think the coach guy, he hit it right on the head when he said,
Coach Marv,
you're limiting Amari Cooper's talent. You're limiting his talent by just running these button hooks and these slants. You're not putting any pressure on the defense with his route running ability. And we can sit here and say what we don't. The difference between, in my opinion, what I see between Kellen Moore's offense and Jason Garrett's offense was the pre-snap motion.
Yeah.
When Kellen Moore is not doing the pre-snap motion, the passing game is the same. It's button hooks and their slants. When was the last time you seen a dig?
When was the last time?
And that's the problem.
Well, I don't even mind. Yeah, right. No post corners, no sevens. I don't even mind a slant, though, because the slant gives you an opportunity to get some yak. And I feel like we've completely did away with the slant. Like, I don't even know. This is a bunch of button hooks, bro. It's a bunch of button hooks and screens.
Bro, I'm so tired. If I see another hook, bro, I might lose my damn mind. Like I said, we making it so much easier on these defenses to defend us. We can't keep doing that, bro. We just can't keep doing it.
I hear the announcer say screen one more time.
Shut up. Say it again. Say something else.
Say something else.
Oh. Say something else. Say something else.
Man, I don't blame you, bro. But I'm like, they're going to have to do something with these. They're going to have to expand the passing game more because you're just not going to be able to, like you said, decide to just empty the clip in
the postseason.
Say, all right, we're gonna unlock everything now because you still haven't did it in the game situation, and that's what matters. They're not practicing enough. They're not practicing enough. Oh yeah, we got a light practice. It's Wednesday. Fuck that practice.
They got
Pardon my language.
No, cool. They got 2 more padded practice the rest of the year. My saving grace is I'm just gonna go ahead and get on this conspiracy train with a lot of people that been trying to tell me. All I can think of, bruh, is that he's holding back. Like that's the only explanation. Because it makes no sense. I promise you, if anybody has access, you don't even need the goddamn all-22, but if you got access to it, go watch the way he called games the first 6 weeks of the season, fam. It is night and day. Night and day. That is not no fake. I'm not foo-fooing it. I'm not coming at Kellen. That's just fact. So I'm gonna go ahead and just ride with maybe he is holding stuff back for the playoffs. If I don't agree with it, but I'm gonna ride with it, bro. Because that's the only thing. He's not stupid. Kellen Moore not stupid, man. He's a smart dude. But the fact that
what do we think sometimes?
Yo, he's too smart.
To be stupid.
Yeah. Too smart. Yeah.
Sometimes we be like, we give him so much credit, like, oh no, he not that dumb. But they end up doing weird shit, bro. Like, and the thing I'm worried a bit about the defense, I'm worried about somebody. The thing that I think is going to prevent us really in the playoffs is our linebackers. I'm not talking Micah Parsons rushing. When a team decides to just say, you know what, we're going to run right at you. We're going to run right at you for 30 times a game. And if you show us that you can't handle it, you're going to open up our passing game and we're going right over your head.
Oh, if you play
what's going to take
if you play the Niners,
that's
they're
what's
going
to take Niners or even the Vikings. Like, man, I'm going to tell you something. The Vikings, that's a bad matchup for the Cowboys.
What?
I don't care what nobody say.
Sir.
I'm not talking. So you think it? All right, bro.
We just
cool.
Do you forget we played them?
I didn't say we didn't play them. I didn't say we didn't be. I'm talking about matchups because they will run the football. What's the? Sky, I'm telling you, bro. That outside zone running scheme scares the shit out of me. With Jefferson and Thielen, bro.
Real quick.
All you need is Kirk Cousins not to mess it up.
Just hold on. You know we played them earlier and shut them the hell down, right?
Okay.
Without
okay.
Hold on. Without DeMarcus Lawrence, without Tristan Hill, without Neville Gallimore, without Randy Gregory. You want me to keep going?
And they didn't.
No, Randy was there. I'm sorry, but we did that without those guys. And Micah Parsons.
They beat the Packers.
And Micah
Parsons.
You think
they're a better team than the Packers?
My Packers defense ain't better than the Cowboys defense. They don't got the horses we got up in their front seven like that. They ain't got them boys.
Man, I'm just talking about matchups. The teams that bother me the most are teams that have the ability to really run the football.
That's why I said the Niners.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's why I said the Niners.
All right, Sky. Remember, I hope I'm wrong. Believe me.
Only reason why I got this confidence, B, is because we seen it. If I didn't see it, right? If I didn't see it, I would be like, yeah, you're right. Because I went into that game against the Vikings, and I was like, hey, man, this is a running team. We have yet to see the Cowboys really kind of clamp down on defense running wise. And then they went in there and they did what they did on the road with a backup quarterback at that. So you damn right I got confidence in them doing it again. What you mean, bro?
I don't. I'm just saying, man. As a defensive tackle, bro, I hated playing teams that said, we're going to run this ball on y'all ass because all we need is our quarterback not to mess it up. And you can say what you want about Kirk Cousins. Go look at Kirk Cousins' statistics. He's not having a bad year, but he just makes a bonehead play every now and then that just be like, damn, why did he do that?
Where's your say it with your chest? We made Kirk Cousins look like trash.
All right. I'll put it to you like this. I trust the Vikings passing game more than I trust the Cowboys. Now, if we talking about with a healthy Thielen,
okay,
I'm
whatever.
telling you.
I'm just saying. I know we shut down Thielen. Thielen got a touchdown on us. But we shut down Jefferson. We shut down Kirk Cousins. Had 116 passing yards on us with the bull on the other side throwing the rock. Cooper Rush. Bro, if you shook it of Kirk Cousins and the Vikings in the playoffs, you might as well not even watch the playoffs.
I'm talking about matchups, bro.
So who? If the
it's their ability to.
Who's the who? Right. So let me ask you something. Who is not a bad matchup for the Cowboys in the playoffs then? And I'm not talking about these little wild cards 6 and 8 teams or whatever they is. I'm talking about the top guys.
You know who I think is a better matchup? I think the Rams. I'm gonna tell you why. Because they're going to get carried away and they're going to allow the Cowboys to do what they do best, and that's rush the passer.
So
the teams that get out of that run, man, I'm just telling you, because that gives you the opportunity to do what you do best.
Let me go back and find this box score because you got amnesia, bro. You got amnesia.
I'm just telling you from a player standpoint.
You got amnesia.
I hated teams that committed to running the ball and said, fuck it, we going to run at you all game.
Okay. They had 20 carries, 23 carries, 20 carries between Dalvin Cook and Alexander Madison for 83 yards, brother. And one of those carries was 19 yards. So they was shut down for most of that game. Here, hold on. Kirk Cousins, 184 passing yards, bro. And he didn't even get hit that much.
I'm gonna remember it, and I hope I'm wrong. So I hope I call in and if they play me, you be like, B, what the hell was you talking about 3 weeks ago?
I'm saying it now because I've seen it happen on the road at that.
All right,
on the road.
Okay. Well, like I said, we just have two different perspectives of it. I hear what you're saying, but I'm just talking about matchups. I do not like teams against the Cowboys that commit to running the football. It changes the game. You know why? Because we're sitting here saying the same thing about the Cowboys. If the Cowboys run the ball, they'll be this, and that. So why? And we have work, and we don't have the best. You won't hear you killing Van Der Esch every other week. killing them. And you think
point?
he's going to all of a sudden against a team that's going to run right at him, he's going to be better? He's better when he's running. He's chasing plays down.
I don't give a damn about no Leighton Vander Esch. Michael Parsons, that goddamn linebacker for the Dallas Cowboys when our boys is out there. Goddamn Leighton Vander Esch. We got Randy Gregory, Neville Gallimore, Tristan Hill, DeMarcus Lawrence, also Diggy Zuba. Boy, come on, man. Go find your star, B. Come on, dog. What we talking about?
I'm just talking about matchups, bro. I'm just talking about matchups, my G. That's all.
My matchup that worries me for that is San Fran. But hey, B, let me get to some other callers, yo.
Go ahead, man. Have a good one, G.
Appreciate it. Have a happy holidays, bro. I don't even got words, man. Disappointed. You know? I done used all my energy up. That's disappointing. You know? We have physical proof of the Dallas Cowboys holding the Minnesota Vikings on the road to 16 points. Physical. Neville Gallimore is looking like a goddamn beast. Michael Parsons is patrolling the middle. DeMarcus Lawrence is one of the best run defenders in the NFL. Tristan Hill, Osa, Randy, J-Rock, Malik, all these boys have been beasting in the run game. They've earned our trust, in my opinion. Go look at Taysom Hill and them boys. Taysom Hill ran, but go look at the running backs, the Saints. When they, my apologies. 1 second. Am I back? Let me know in the chat if I'm back. All right, I got the chat pulled up. Give me a thumbs up if I'm back in the chat. I don't know what happened. I think I was yelling too loud. I don't know, man. But if I'm back, y'all let me know. Okay, we back. Everybody's here. We good. What was I talking about? I don't remember what I was talking about. I'm just disappointed. You know? Old me. So I know I'm doing better. I don't want in, man. I don't want in. I get the concern about a running team, but I think they've earned our trust in being able to defend the run or saying, listen, you want to run the rock, go right on ahead. Go right on ahead. Get into 3rd and 6, 3rd and 8. If you don't get a couple yards and now you in 3rd and 10, or you get behind the sticks, by all means, go right on ahead, man. The Minnesota. Help me out here. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. What it is? What it do?
Man, listen. That man bugging, boy. He's still dealing with that JG syndrome. That's what's wrong with him.
Oh man, I'm disappointed. That's the word I'm going to use, man. I'm disappointed here,
bro. Like, I guess you know what? He's still thinking about last year. He must be stuck in 2020 versus 2021. Last year, he's talking about when we couldn't stop the run last year.
Yeah.
But even then, we beat Minnesota last year. That was the Donovan Wilson game.
Yeah, you're right. We did beat Minnesota last year. We beat Minnesota back-to-back years with backup quarterbacks. Backup quarterbacks. They got the same team. You know what? I'm getting hype again. My bad, bro. This is your call. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
I don't know why that man called in with that negative energy, bro. It should be, let's go and talk about Washington. This is clinch week. We got to clinch ourselves a playoff spot and going to worry about getting that number 1 and number 2 seed. I ain't worried about any other team. All I know is this. As long as our defense plays the way it's been playing and we keep getting better, everybody's going to have to worry about Dallas, whether we're going to them or whether they're coming to us. That's the only thing everybody needs to worry about.
Facts.
And then on top of that, the offense, I do feel like Kellen Moore has probably dialed it down a little bit because we were being a little too aggressive at the beginning of the year. So he wants everybody to fall asleep on the offense thinking that maybe, the offense isn't doing so good. We could come and steal a win. Playoff comes, I think the offense is going to go back into explosive mode. I think maybe it might start against Philly, and then we're going to
carried into the postseason. I don't see what he was talking about. Yeah, I see that Dak is struggling. The offensive line is not playing the best, but everybody's not 100%, so everybody's playing hurt. There's not one player in the league that's not playing hurt, that's not playing hurt. So at the end of the day, dude, he just needs to relax. Remember, you take football one game at a time. Any given Sunday, anything can happen, and the Cowboys are giving everybody that work this year. So this is the year that you need to enjoy the ride and just stop worrying. Just enjoy it. The more you worry, the less you're going to realize what's actually going on around you.
He ain't lying.
Well, that's all I want to say, man. I got a 3-day weekend coming up, boy, so I'm feeling good, man.
Hey, bro, listen, that's why I said I didn't know how many people was out for Friday, Saturday, Sunday, like myself. Well, Sunday I'll be working, but today is your Friday, basically, man. So enjoy it, brother, and happy holidays to you and the fam.
Yes, sir. Blessings, my brother.
I'm trying to pull up. I'm trying to pull up this tape, y'all, because I just want him to see what we did to these boys, and it ain't quite working. But I'm gonna figure this thing out. Let me see. I'm gonna figure this goddamn thing out so y'all can see Micah against these boys, because he may need a reminder. Still ain't want to pop up. Come on. I don't know why it does this. I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna get 775 in here, and I'm gonna figure this thing out, because really, the Vikings, bro, the Vikings. 775. What it do?
What's up, Scott? I think we talked a couple games ago about the defense.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know what this guy's talking about. I know I'm a little new to the show and everything, but I thought we got runs and 3rd and 1s. We got Neville back, we got Osa back.
Yo.
Justin Houston, powerful
That's what
plays.
I'm trying to figure out. Like if this is the defense, what defense in the NFL could stop any good running game then, right? Like what? Maybe the Tampa Bay Buccaneers might be the only other run defense that you could argue, you feel more confident in. But what other defense are you more confident in than a DeMarcus Lawrence and Randy Gregory, Neville Gallimore, Osa, Tristan, and J-Rock and Malik and Micah? Like what? I don't know, man.
I wanted to yell for you, Scott, because I'm all about defense, and I was like, it's not like we getting bullied. I think, to be honest, I think our defense was good from the jump. Obviously, they played better with the turnovers. Like, the turnovers is crazy, man. Like, when y'all was talking about matchups, I was just laughing. I understood everything. I understand nothing he was saying.
That's the matchup I'm not scared of. Like, get to the playoffs, you got to respect every opponent. I still respect them. I don't even want to use the word scared, but if there was matchup rankings, the Vikings are not at the top of that list, man. They're just not.
Once we get our offense back online, I don't think ain't gonna be. If we get our offense back online, I'm not gonna say it.
Yeah, that's the other thing. That if the offense gets going, that's going to make teams not be able to run the ball, right? Like that's the other thing.
Yeah, they're gonna get tired. They're gonna get tired from their defense going back out there. If the offense get back to how it was, and the defense keeps getting turnovers, then it's Super Bowl. But anyway, I just want to talk about Malik Hooker, man. I think I was watching last game, or no, okay, not last game, but the one before that, and I seen flashes of Malik all year, and last game it just came all together. He made a couple good tackles, and then he had the interception. I always thought I like KZ, but I always thought Hooker should be that deep safety. I feel like KZ sometimes take the wrong angles. I feel like if Hooker was in there when KZ was in there, it'd probably be different.
Yeah, but, so here's my thing about the Hooker and KZ thing. KZ, for about 85% of this season, has played the roof assignment, I think, very well. Like, I think he's played that well. His angles he's taken some bad angles that have been noticeable, and I have been giving up some touchdowns. So I will agree with that there. But it's going to be real hard for me to take Malik Hooker out of the role that he is. And I love how Okoye framed it. He said KZ is like what do you call it? the rainbow, right? Where he's just he's at the top. He's the umbrella. Whereas Malik Hooker is a sphere. So he's everywhere. And I think Malik Hooker has made plays everywhere. And I would hate to take him out of that role. But if they needed to, if Drew said, hey, we need to pick one or the other for a roof, I would definitely go with KZ if that's all we used him as. I'm sorry, not KZ. Yeah, my bad, y'all. Hooker will be Hooker.
Yeah, I mean, like, to be honest, Dan Quinn, he's going to find a way for certain plays to use both of them. Just like the same way he's going to find Neville and Osa and Bohanna, for instance, to stop the run. So I don't know. I'm not worried about the run, to be honest with you.
Teams are going to hit something here and there, but, I mean, they've given me confidence. All right, I'm not going to continue I'll just show the tape here in a little bit. But go ahead, bro.
No, all right. So, yeah, I ain't worried about our defense. So our offense looked better with the running game. You was right about, I was probably on the train with Connor McGovern, in the beginning, and I was just like, it's still happening. People still getting in the backfield more often. My only problem with Big Connor was the penalties. But once, that last game, I didn't see no penalties. If you could do that, I think our best O-line is Tyron, Big Connor, Biotish. You got, of course, Zach Martin, and you got Leo Collins.
Think about this for a second. We've not seen one singular snap with the original starting five this year. Not one. Tyron Smith, Connor Williams, Tyler Biotish, Zach Martin, Lyle Collins. Not one yet.
Wow. Are you serious?
Dead serious. Not one snap. So if we can get that back in the playoffs, I think it will give Dak Prescott more confidence in his front, because you can clearly see there's some trust issues up front and having to get the ball out quick and things like that. It may be in the play design as well. We're not getting some of those covered 3 beaters and things like that downfield. It's just not happening. So, I would love to see us get at least a damn game in with the original starting five.
Yeah, well, I just want to pick your mind on that. I'll have to see that starting five. I'm waiting on it this week if Tyron healthy, but the real test for me, I'll probably give you a call back around the Arizona game, because I'm all about defense, and they, everybody's a high-powered offense, and they got amazing O-line that can stop, in the game or.
To be honest, I appreciate the call, good brother. I'm gonna talk about that off air or off the phone.
All right.
Yeah, to be honest, the Arizona one, that gets me a little bit because of the way Kyler can run, right? Like he just gets on my damn nerves that he can get out of certain things. Mobile quarterbacks always make me queasy because they can create off script, and he's one of the best in the league at creating off script. So I'm looking forward to that Arizona game. I think it'd be a good litmus test heading into the playoffs. While A-Rod is not Kyler running, he is still very mobile, and that'll be a good test in case you have to run up against an Aaron Rodgers. Who else is Matt Stafford kind of mobile, but he ain't like Aaron Rodgers. But yeah, so they annoy me more than anything. I hate to do this, but you right, Special K. We got a goddamn Parsons. Speaking of the devil, just. Okay. I'm just going to let it talk for it. This is what happened last time the Dallas Cowboys played. Oh, yeah. Fearing that run game. It's Carlos Watkins. That's Armstrong. That's Hamilton. It's not DeMarcus Lawrence. It's not Neville Gallimore. Just going to keep letting it play here. Oh, look at that. Osa Digizua in there. Nowhere to go. Gosh darn it. Oh, here's the passing game now. The fearful nope. We got a Micah Parsons. I thought for a second there they might get something downfield, but, didn't happen there. Let's see what we got here. Nope, Micah Parsons again. I just feel like some people need a reminder, so let's give him a reminder. All right, now we're going to send blockers out there to get Micah Parsons. Nope, didn't work. Get your little 4 yards. Have a seat. All right, what we got here? Let's see what we got here. Oh, we're just going to show it again. They're getting cute with the 2 backs. Motion them out. We're going to cut block our defensive linemen. We're going to live with that 4 yards. Piss our pants, as my guy says, as Micah Parsons comes around the corner. We're going to go big now. We're going to go full house and try to get Micah Parsons. Nope. Get 2 yards. Cloud of dust. All right, let's motion the fullback back in. Maybe this zone blocking will get the Cowboys here. Play action. Let's see what we got. Nope, Micah Parsons. Hello. How you doing, number 30? Gonna get a little play action work here. Try to trick the Dallas Cowboys. Get number 99, 98 on the running back. Nice cut block. Oh, I forgot about the young lion. Okay. All right, let's see if we can get another one here. Let's see if we can get something going. Get a pass rush, get a holding that they're not going to call. Micah Parsons almost had an interception. What are we doing? Yeah. We'll get a little play action going here. Oh, Micah Parsons in the back. I'm just saying, do you understand who we have out here at linebacker? Get out my way, LVE. One hand, Micah Parsons. You messing my Christmas spirit up. B, you messing my Christmas spirit up, B. But I had to do that to you. I just had to kind of remind you that we did play the Minnesota Vikings on the road, depleted, and shut them down. Got all the confidence in the world, man. All the confidence in the world. And you should too, man. You should too. You know what? Let me get back to my Christmas list. Let me get back into the spirit, bro. Back to the Christmas spirit. I apologize. I ain't mean to be like that. It's just, I kind of had to remind myself, did I forget the game? Did I forget what happened in that game? All right. So we had Cowboys clinch the division. Defense need to get right. You see my guy Pinky down there, right? I almost hit.
Shut up. Say it again. Say something else. Oh.
But B's my guy. I ain't want to do that. All right, so here's my third thing. Defense continues to get this turnover run, and then the offense has to have its get-right game. Either this week, next week, whatever. But I feel like this week would be a great time to get right because, think about it, we're going into the playoffs. We're likely going to get a home game. So why not Sunday and against the Arizona Cardinals, get your offense back on track, right? Get your offense back on track. At home, the Dallas Cowboys have been better in the red zone. Much better in the red zone. They're second in the league when they're at home, as opposed to 30th in red zone conversion when they're not. So I would love to see them get it back on track. And Troy Aikman has something to say the other day about this kind of slump or whatever the offense is in. He said, I've been part of some offenses to where we just weren't clicking and things weren't happening for whatever reason. I also know that it can change really, really quickly. Excuse me, y'all. Confidence is an interesting thing. As an offense, you can play really well like the Cowboys were, and for whatever reason, whether it be Dak missing a game or they had linemen in and out who hasn't played, that the disruption is real. But I also know that can happen, and then they can come back quickly within one series, sometimes one play. So I just feel like this offense is too explosive. I think they've got too many good players. I tend to agree with our Hall of Fame quarterback, Troy Aikman. Right? I tend to agree with that. I think this offense is just too damn good. And, y'all been hitting me up. Y'all been hitting me up for what? The last 2 weeks or so? Scott, do you think that they're holding back? I'm like, man, no, because that's silly. Why would you hold back so early? Like we forget the offense didn't just start being weird the last 2 weeks. It's been weird for a month and a half. Play calling wise, health wise, execution wise, all that. It's been weird. And for like about 3 weeks, y'all been saying, you think we hold something back? And I'm like, no. But for my sanity, I'm going to go ahead and jump on that ship with y'all. For my sanity. Because I fail to believe that that Kellen Moore just all of a sudden just got stupid. I know on the road he gets some JG in him, so maybe it's still that's fool me once, shame on me. What they say, fool me twice, you can't get fooled again. That's one of those things where, all right, I know on the road he's a little weird. He's been like that for his whole career, but it's been drastically different. So I'm gonna go ahead and jump on that bandwagon with y'all, Cowboys Nation, and I'm gonna just hope and pray he's holding back. I'm gonna hope and pray. And then finally, the fourth thing on my Christmas list is good health for the remainder of the season, right? I mean, that's kind of should be number one, but it's not really in order here. Just good health. I look around the league. I look at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I see what's happening with them. You see what's happening with this COVID stuff. It can really crush your goals. So I'm hoping that the Cowboys bubble up, and I'm hoping that these boys, football gods, can bless us with good health for the remainder of the season. So there you have my Christmas list. Merry Christmas, you filthy animals. Let's get back to the phone lines. Well, I'm going to get back into the chat real quick, then I'll hit the phone lines. What y'all talking about in here? Iceberg said swing passes to Pollard. It's going to be the staple. I would like to see Pollard get busy out on a route. You know what I'm saying? TC915 said, I hope they've been holding back. That would have explained this ish. I do too, man. I'm just going to roll with it. You know, I'm going to roll with it, man. Below said, dog, Sky, this is what we want to believe, but I've never in my life heard of someone holding back plays. And Below, don't talk common sense to me, man. We're going to live in this fantasy world where your offensive coordinator is purposefully dialing the playbook back for a month. I'm living in that. I'm going to be that delusional. You know, they're like, Cowboy fans are delusional. I ain't no delusional Cowboy fan. But guess what? I'm going to go ahead and put my tinfoil hat on. And I'm going to be that delusional Cowboy fan right now. They holding back. He better be. Special K said, and if our offense and defense are both on, we killing the league. Come on, man. Come on, man. I don't think there's a better team if our offense and defense is clicking like that. Not a better team in the league. You saw that when Cowboys was 6-1. Both sides was clicking like that, and they both sides weren't even healthy, so I'm with you. Okay, we got a little bit of breaking news. A little bit of breaking news here. Tim Garcia, was it Tim Garcia? Dallas Young. Thank you, Dallas Young. I'm sorry. Washington football weird people have activated Taylor Heineke from the COVID list, so he'll probably be your starting quarterback for the Washington football weird people on Sunday. And with that, thank you. Because he's a so, hey, yeah, I'll take it. More practice reps. All right, man. I'm gonna get to Rico and Bro G, and then I think we're gonna wrap this thing up, y'all. It's been a good holiday special. That's what I'm gonna call it, the holiday special. What's up, Rico?
Hey, Sky. It's been a while, man. How you doing?
I'm good, man. How are you? And happy holidays to you and the family.
Yeah. Happy holidays to everybody out there listening. To you, Sky. Man, I had a question, man, and so I was just thinking about this. Dak. Everyone's talking about Dak and what's going on with Dak, but is this going to be his first December since his brother did what he did?
Yes. He was out. He didn't play last year.
I mean, to me, this is, and looking at it, to me, they look like they were
first November and December. Yeah, that was their older brother. Jace was their older brother, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I can't hold anything against Dak right now, personally, because that's got to have some kind of, with his decision making and everything like that. He's just got a little fog up there. But I'm sure he'll clear it up, and he just needs a little bit of time.
I think Dak is a very strong person. He showed that, I think, in his career for Dallas, for those that have been following him since he's been here. I do think a lot of some of the things are mental issues on the field as opposed to physical. I think half of it is being greedy, and the other half of it is having to trust himself and his peers. I think when you have trust issues, along your offense, that'll affect what you do, and he's not trusting himself sometimes too. And again, I don't want to take away his game that he had in New York. I really do think that was a positive step forward in the controlled passing game. Teams are making the Cowboys be a controlled passing game team, and I think Dak wants to be greedy a little bit sometimes. And now we're in December football. If they're going to play back if they're going to play back like that, then allow Dak take what they give you, run the rock, convert in the red zone, and make better decisions.
Oh yeah, and I thought the last game was much improved. He looked a little bit more like himself, like I said, and like you said, he's probably one of the strongest kids I've ever seen, and on television, period. And he's a great role model. But he's still a man,
Right, human.
You never know, you never know. He loved his brother, you know what I'm saying? And so, but we should just pray for him. And I'm happy that we're 10-4. I'm excited for the defense. Really ain't got much else to say. Just wanted to call and say happy holidays, and that's all that was on my mind.
Thanks, Rico. Appreciate you, man. Yeah, good point about what could be going on around him. Hold on, you say you got one. Oh, my bad, Joe.
If we have a home playoff game, you'll see me again.
Okay. Oh, we're going to have a home. We're going to have a home playoff game.
So I'm not gonna go to the game. I'm gonna go and watch it with you.
Yeah, come on down. You get to see how crazy I am.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
All right, I tell you what, if you got kids, just bring some earplugs. Sometimes I'll be forgetting kids is around, and I'll be seeing some crazy things. But yeah, come on through, man. We have a good time.
Well, they all teenagers, and they be on TikTok all day anyway. So
all right,
who
cool.
knows what
they cool then.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah, man. It is what it is, man. I know I ain't the only one. That's something that I have saving grace in, is knowing that there's Cowboy fans out there that are just like me during the game. I see the videos, I see the things, I see it. I synced it, but come through, man. We have a good time. Oh, man. My man B Bird came through from the top rope with the super chat. Appreciate you, B Bird. I really do. For the 50-piece during the holiday season. Thank you, good sir. He says, Troy's Cowboys slumped in season before the last Super Bowl victory, and it was the passing game. Kelvin Williams caught passes for over 200 yards on Christmas against the Cardinals to snap us out of it. Merry Christmas, Sky. Appreciate you, B Bird. I really do. And thank you for the history lesson there. Thank you for the history lesson. I love what Troy said, and I'm glad you brought up that example, because I do think all it takes, that's why I keep saying get right game, get right game, get right game. Well, he went even more detailed. He said sometimes it's a series, sometimes it's a play, and you'll snap out of it. Now, this slump is a little bit abnormal in a sense, a little longer than we like. And I also think we're not counting the Raiders or not counting the Falcons game because we're like, whatever, it's the Raiders, it's the Falcons, right? But there were some positive things in between that I hope that they can find, capture, and then build on. But yeah, man, I think it only takes one game, one series for these boys to kind of get back right, and I'm hoping it's this week. I do think the Washington football weird people are going to play back mostly zone again, especially if William Jackson III can't play. And there's still ways to attack them. Me and Okoye showed you guys ways to still be able to get off with the underneath game, the intermediate game, and obviously on the ground. The Cowboys just got to be stubborn about it, doing what works against that opponent. But thank you, B-Bird. Appreciate it, brother. And thank you for that history lesson, man. Kind of puts things in perspective. What's up, Trey? Yes, Trey. He says, as I know, he lost his mother last year, and I can't play with his mind. Yeah, so he's definitely, Trey Manning is familiar with things like that. That was rough, man. That kind of got me emotional last year when you told me that on air, Trey. And still, always, my condolences, good brother. And I know it's gonna be a tough year, tough time right now with the first holiday. But we here for you, brother. Cowboys Nation got you, man. And try to be in as good spirit as you possibly can this holiday season, good brother. CJ said, do I drink during the game? No, I don't drink. If I'm at home, last year when I was at the crib, when it was late night hype, we would do a watch along. I'd have my Blue Moon or whatever it is that we'd have that day, make a mixed drink or whatever, snack, eat, and I sip a little bit. But when I'm out there working, nah, nope, no drinking for me. I don't need to. Got enough energy. Yeah, it's crazy. I don't know how to explain it, man. I just am who I am out there. All right, man. Let's get to Bro G. Lock this up.
Walker, what's up, man? I made it onto the show. It's been a minute.
You made it, Bro G. What's going on with you, brother? Happy holidays to you.
Dude, man, same to you, man. It's I don't know what the weather's like over there in the great state of Texas, but here in the Bay Area, it's like a monsoon.
Is it?
It's dumping. It's dumping over here. It's dangerous on the roads too, man.
Hey, you drive safe, man.
Let it
be safe out there.
Yeah. Right on. They let us off of work early because the weather's so bad. So
Sheesh.
That's why I'm. Yeah, well, hey, is it just me? But does Micah Parsons sound like Booby Johnson from Friday Night Lights? Am I the only one who thinks that?
Yo, I've heard he sounded like Zeke, I think it was. Everybody said he sounds like Zeke or something like that. Micah, man, he got the best quotes on the team, dude. He's a dude I would love to play for, man. And I think he's already taken a secondary role leadership-wise. And I'll give him probably by next offseason because here's the thing about a rookie. You can't really grasp a real leadership role because you still getting hazed, you still a rookie, things like that. But by next offseason, Micah going to be able to say this, and this because I did it. I've been there. I've been that dude. I've backed up my talk. This is what we need to do. And I believe he's going to be the leader of this defense, unquestioned leader of this defense next year.
Would you say as a rookie he has more of an impact than Chase Young did last year for the Washington people?
Yes, 100%.
Yeah, I think so.
Yes, he's a better player than Chase Young. He was a better player than Chase Young in college. He's a better player than Chase Young in the pros. And Chase Young just happened to be coming out a year before Micah Parsons. If they would have took Chase Young over Micah Parsons, it would have been a big mistake in my opinion. Not knocking Chase Young, but Micah Parsons is better.
They were in the same conference, too, in college, I believe, right?
Yes, they were.
State, Ohio State's the same conference. But, yeah, when I watched the film with Micah Parsons, man, he's like, you watch NFL football, you see those grown men like that. They hit each other. Like, he hasn't even really hit no one. He, they hit him and they just fall. Like, he just brings people down.
Yeah.
He doesn't even put his shoulder into people yet. So,
man,
which is kind of good because, you kind of, you injure yourself probably more. I like the way he tackles people. It doesn't, try to destroy people, but he brings them down immediately.
Yes, you're right about that. He got strong hands and his strength is underrated. Like, because he doesn't look like your prototypical Mike linebacker from back in 1995, that's more so LVE. It looks like he's not big. Bruh, Micah Parsons is 6'3", 246 pounds. Okay?
That's big.
And he's probably going to be 250 when he's putting on his grown man weight. Or as my guy Vach says, he put that off-season peanut butter in his body, and he's still going to run you a 4.3 something. So he's a big boy. He's just big, athletic, and a freak. He's not normal.
Yeah, I can't wait till he gets an interception. A couple of his interceptions. He's going to take it to the house.
My boy.
I want to talk real quick about the offense. I don't watch much as film as you do, and I've been keeping up with your podcast. When I get home from work, I go back, I run it back, and I'm same as you, man. I can't stand when they run Zeke out there to the wing, man, and especially they put him as single receiver. If anything, they should put him out there on the trip so he could block for somebody when they run those screens. And to me, like when they do that, they put him out on the outside by himself. It's like now we're just playing. To me, it's like we're just playing with.
It's lazy. It's lazy. It's lazy. I don't like it. I don't understand it. If we're going to put a running back out wide, especially in the red zone, do it with Tony Pollard. There's so much more you can do.
He just play receiver.
Well, yeah, and you can if you don't want to use him in the route, right? You can motion him in, get a quick snap to him. You can get a jet sweep to him. You can have him do one of those. I call it a yo-yo motion where he comes one way, then right at the snap he goes back the other way and throw. There's so many other little creative yet simple things if you think about it you can do with Tony Pollard. Then you know what? We're going to put Ezekiel Elliott out wide. We're going to snap it. Zeke's going to turn around, look at the quarterback, and that's it. Or Zeke's just going to jog down the field, and that's it. I think that's lazy play calling and a waste of a play We got too many talented players down there in the red zone that can be matchup problems for us to be wasting a down.
Yeah, I think you and Okoye last night were talking about how we get inside the 20, and instead of running the rock, we're out there trying to throw the ball instead of trying to run it. Which I think is right. We should be out there running the ball instead of trying to throw it. And you think our offense has declined maybe because I guess what's his name's hurt? Jarwin is hurt. So we did more of what's that package? Is it 12?
11.
These two tight ends?
So
11?
Yeah, I think our 12 personnel package has been affected without Jarwin, and not because what Dan Orlovsky said. I don't even know if you know what I'm talking about, but Dan Orlovsky said that the Cowboys missed Blake Jarwin's run blocking. And I'm like, excuse me, sir? Like Blake Jarwin's been better this year run blocking, but Blake Jarwin is not a run blocker. I think we personally miss Blake Jarwin in the 12 personnel package because it gives you a legitimate dual threat option at both tight ends to go out for a pass or to run the rock. And we don't really run that high-low. Think about it. We haven't ran that high-low concept with the tight ends out of 12 since Blake Jarwin won. Well, I should say since, probably have at some point, but I haven't seen it vividly in a long time. Blake Jarwin and Dalton Schultz give you two legitimate options in the passing game in the 12 personnel, and it makes your defensive coordinator have to decide, how do I want to play this? Because if I come big and heavy, I can get Blake Jarwin with a mismatch on somebody up the seam, or if I come light, then they can run the ball. So we do miss Blake. We do in 12, but I don't think that's why the offense has kind of hit this plateau, right? I think it's more than just one thing. We talked about that a lot. I think it comes from play calling to execution to your quarterback not feeling too comfortable, your running backs being hobbled, and your offensive line being in and out. It's a collective, bro.
Yeah, I kind of noticed, like, ever since we went away from that double tight end set, that our offense kind of declined. But I was going to say, well, maybe because it's the insert of Michael Gallup. But I love Michael Gallup. We need to keep him. I just noticed, when Michael Gallup came back, we kind of declined a little bit. Maybe they're trying to plug and play a different type of set in there. But we kind of had that problem before Michael Gallup even came back. Since Denver, we haven't been the same since Denver, right?
I mean, Denver. I'm putting Denver in the fouls of an outlier game. I am, because I think everything just went wrong in that game. Everything on both sides of the ball went wrong. So
energy.
The whole thing was a weird game, and they even admitted, we kind of came to this game thinking we was just gonna come out here and just win.
Yep.
Like we didn't even come out here with that same vibe of us against the world. Let's go smack these boys. It was like, all right, man, week 8, gotta go get this dub real quick in Denver. Then we gonna go face Atlanta. So I kind of put that as an outlier because the next week they put 46 points up on Atlanta. So Atlanta team who was coming off like a 3-game win streak or something crazy. So I think since Denver, I'm going to say this. Since the bye week, I think the offense has shown some inconsistencies and has been in a quote-unquote slump.
I guess so, because we did good with, the Minnesota game was after the Minnesota game, you would say that.
Yeah, bye week. Ever since the bye week, which was after the Patriots game. But hey, Rico, appreciate the call, good brother. You drive safe out there.
That's all I gotta say, my man.
Yeah,
you're right on. Thank you very much. Merry Christmas to you and your family, man.
Hey, man, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays to you and yours as well. And like I said, be safe because I think I can hear the rain in the background.
Oh yeah, you hear it.
Yeah. All right, brother.
All right, my man. God bless you. Later.
Hey, great call by Bro G. Did I say Rico? My bad, Bro G. I had Rico for the last joint. Great call by Bro G, bringing up some interesting points there that, I hate to correlate the offensive issues to just Michael Gallup because I do think it's been a collective thing. I just truly do. I am shocked, though, that our 11 hasn't been as effective as it used to be. And I think it could be because up front we're not running well, and we're also not calling, in my opinion, we're not calling good running plays consistently. Like, we're not running to our strengths. I think we got real basic for a while there. I'm going to keep on saying it. If I'm Kellen Moore in a copycat league, I'm looking at what Philly does, what San Fran does, and even, what the Washington football people do when their run game is on, and I'm implementing little pieces of that, which is a lot of misdirection, which is a lot of 21 personnel with 2 running backs, not a fullback, which is an offensive lineman, and I'm using Dak's legs. Like there's just no excuse not to, at least in the red zone, to be more creative in the run game. I don't need you to get cute in the double reverses, pitch back, flea flicker pass and stuff. Like, I don't need all that. You can do that between the 20s, but there are ways that may seem like, oh, you're getting cute in the run game. It's really not. It is truly not cute. It's just basic leverage. And I don't think we play with that. I think we play with, you beat your man, you beat your man, you beat your man, you beat your man. You're responsible for the sixth defender. With the running back that can't shift as much as he used to anymore, break those tackles, and Ezekiel Elliott. So my man Boss Cowboy, he must have came in here through during that call with the my man B about the Vikings. Boss, I don't know, man. I'm disappointed. That's the word I'm going to use. Disappointed. B usually comes to. B had an amazing call the other day about moving Amari Cooper in the slot and things like that. Then he came in here and what's the word? If you scared, go to church. Shocked, Cowboys Nation. I say this, and I said this earlier in the year. If you fear the Vikings, you better fear every single team that you're going to play in the playoffs. I mean, just seriously. You're going to play quality opponents in the playoffs. The Vikings rank low on the totem pole in regards to that quality of opponents, in my opinion. Again, to respect them. I'm not disrespecting them, but I've got, as he said, logical optimism. Boss Cowboy, he said logical optimism because I seen it. Y'all want me to play it again? Nah, I ain't gonna do that. I ain't gonna play it again. But yeah, boss. I don't know, man. Scared to go to church. 423. What it is, what it do? 423. What's up? All right, man. 423 going once. Greenville, Tennessee going twice. 423 sold to these streets. Get out of here. All right, man. We back into the chat here as we wrap this thing up. We will recap my I'll call it that. My Christmas list. I got 4 things I want to see the Cowboys do this week and beyond. Clinch the division. I want the defense to continue to improve the turnover run that they're on, which is 12 in the last 3 games. 31 total, leads the league. I want to keep that same energy moving into the playoffs because I want teams to fear this defense, not only because they can stop the runner, not only because they can rush the passer, but knowing that if they do all these things, I also have to make sure I take care of this damn ball because we can get the rock back. And, of course, my computer wants to be the way it is. Third thing was I want the offense to have its get-right game. Been saying it for the last couple weeks. I need to see it. I need the get-right game either this week or I need it against the Arizona Cardinals. One of the two. And then finally, good health for the remainder of the season. I think that's like the main thing right now that could crush the Cowboys is health. So, and it's crushing a lot of teams across the league. So, got to remain healthy as we move forward here. All right, man, I'm going to hop back into the chat fool with y'all for a little bit, man, on this holiday special. Holiday special. Boss says Sky really giving fact. I mean, I tried to, man. I tried to leave the emotions out of it and just speak what I saw. You know what I mean, boss? And it's okay for our emotions to get involved into certain things. I totally understand that. Like my man, I forget who I was on the phone with, and we were talking about Anthony Brown, concerns over Anthony Brown. I get it. I get it. You don't trust him. Cool. I can't change your mind from trusting him, and they are going to target him, and we can hope for the best, but you ain't got a ton of other options. Like Anthony Brown's played well enough to be your cornerback too right now. And if you want to, bench somebody, Bashad Breeland ain't the guy to bring in. Bashad Breeland's been burnt toast this year. Burnt toast. D-Block said Diggs got to cover his brother in the Pro Bowl. Nah. D-Block, nah. Diggs ain't playing in the Pro Bowl. Trayvon Diggs ain't playing in the Pro Bowl. Stephon Diggs can play in the Pro Bowl if you want. If you catch my drift. If you picking up what I'm putting down. If you smell. No, I'm going to stop, man. I'm just having some fun. Iceberg Q. Sky, do you think Dono takes some of the NIL and LVE snaps in nickel and dime packages? Do I think Dono takes some of LVE snaps in the nickel and dime packages? I would like to see it. Or maybe bring Hooker down. Probably be Dono, though. Honestly, man, I'd almost rather take NIL snap. Like, NIL to me. Wait, we got somebody in here? 423, are you in here? Nah, 423. I'm getting you out of here, bro. I'm gonna get you out of here. All right, but yeah, I'd rather him take a lot of NIL snaps. I don't think NIL he's looked uncomfortable at linebacker. I know he had a lot of tackles the other day, but his average depth of tackle was 5 yards. So it's not, it ain't like he meeting dudes at the line of scrimmage or in the backfield. I just don't think, I think the experiment has failed. He may have the athletic traits to be a linebacker, but he doesn't have the instincts and the IQ to be a linebacker because he ain't played it. He's used to coming down from a safety position. So I would love to see that big dime, as I like to call it, where a ton of safeties are out there and it's a pure pass down per se, or even on like a second and long. I kind of wouldn't mind it. Excuse me, y'all. Let me see, man. One more question. One question that was posed: what if the defense doesn't get any turnovers? Will the offense show out? So, funny you say that. I think the last time, I could be wrong here, but just off the top of my mind, because we're talking about the Vikings game, the Dallas Cowboys did not get a turnover in that game. Yet they held them boys to less than 300 yards total offense when they weren't healthy. So I've seen it. You know what I mean? Like, I've seen it happen. I have confidence in these boys getting the rock because of the pass rush. The pass rush is going to make teams turn the ball over. They're going to speed up the process, right? They're going to speed up your reads. You're going to try to escape. Even if you're Pat Mahomes, you think, oh, cool, I got this. I'm a mobile quarterback. But you forget we got the young lion who's faster than your entire team, sans Tyreek Hill, McCole Hardman, right? So I got a little arrogance in me that this defense will still get the ball some way, shape, or form. But when they go up against a guy like A-Rod, he doesn't turn the ball over much. So you're really going to need that pass rush to get home and force fumbles and things like that, force errant throws, tip passes, and all that kind of jazz. So can the offense step up if the defense doesn't get turnovers? Well, we got to see it, I guess, right? Like, we got to see it happen. I still got that arrogant confidence in my offense getting together because it's just too much talent over there. And I'm riding the train. I'm riding the conspiracy train. Kellen Moore holding back. He got to be holding back. He got to be. It's the only thing I can think of. A couple donations here. Appreciate y'all. Airborne Bullies TV.
Super chat.
Appreciate you, man. He says, for $19.99 donation. If those casual fans become scared, tell them to keep it to themselves. Folks don't understand that our defense scares any team that has to face us. Well, that's not the one I want. I wanted the clue bomb. That deserved a clue bomb. In fact, I'll let y'all listen to what Aqib Talib said the other day about this defense, man. I mean, it ain't us being homers, fam. People see what's happening out there. Keep believing even saw what's happening.
The best chance to knock off the Packers, got to go with the Cowboys. I look at the Cowboys and I think, I'm a defensive guy. I'm a no-fly zone, for sure. Alum.
We can do it.
So I look at it and I say, what defense can just come and dominate the playoffs? And I see the Cowboys defense, man, with that rush up front, DeMarcus Lawrence, Parsons, Neville Gallimore, Randy Gregory, them guys bringing the pressure up front. And then you got AB on one side making plays, and then you got Diggs looking like the best corner in the league. So you got a guy who can strap number ones. You send him with the number one, you get that rush. They got 21 takeaways, 21 interceptions. So, man, they taking the ball away, they getting sacks. They on fire right now, and defense win championships. They the ones who can go in the cold, go to Lambeau, and knock off A-Rod, man. It got to be defense. I think the Cowboys can get it done.
Are you impressed by Trayvon Diggs?
I am. That's another guy I spent a lot of time with Lieb in the offseason. And man,
what does that mean? What do you do with Trayvon Diggs?
We just talk football. You know what I'm saying? We touch the grass. I own a gym, so we touch the grass. We just pick each other's brain. He really picked my brain. I give him some little cheat techniques, pull throughs, and what I look for in cover 3, where my eyes at. Just, I give him a little help. You know what I'm saying? And he take that God-given ability, and he do the rest. So I'm super impressed with Trayvon Diggs. Them ball skills and that speed is underrated. You don't know how fast he is. That boy could fly.
He looks like a different player this year. You definitely gave him a cheat code.
Man, watch him guard over routes. Guys can't guard over routes. He closed so much ground on over routes and go get the ball. That boy could fly.
He got 10 interceptions.
That ain't from me. That ain't from a fan. You know what I'm saying? People see the realness of this defense, and we should appreciate it, Again, maybe you guys, maybe we need to see it again against a good team. Maybe the performance against the Chiefs are in the back of our heads, against the Vikings is in the back of our heads, against the Chargers in the back of our heads. So maybe they got to go do it against Kyler Murray. Cool. Maybe they got to go do it against Tom Brady. Cool. Maybe they got to go do it against the boogeyman himself. Cool. There's no fun in being a fan if the team gives you something to be arrogant about and you ain't arrogant about it. There's no fun in that, man. Like, I come here and I talk to y'all every day, but best believe folks hit me up. You know what I'm saying? I've been dealing with that for my whole life with the Cowboys. Yeah, I get a year I could talk some trash. Best believe I'ma do it. Get a year that I'm feeling confident that a side of the ball can do some of the things that they're doing. Best believe I'm going to be confident. If my team went out and shut down a run game and held this team that somebody's afraid of to 16 points, best believe I'm going to say, you crazy. Come on. What are we talking about here? All right, let me calm back down, y'all, because I'm getting real excited. They've allowed me to do that. They've allowed me to. Who wanted to call in? Was it you, Cash? You want to call in, Cash? Nah. Yeah, all right. Listen. Here we gonna do, Cash. I'm gonna let you come in, bro. I'm gonna let you come in because I do like, that's Los. I do like what you gotta say sometimes, Los. So I'm gonna let you come on in. And this is gonna be it, man, for the holiday thing. I'm feeling good today, man. I'm feeling good today. Maybe it's because we got that break coming up. Come on in, Los. 351-999-3787. Come on in, Los. But yeah, man, like, what are we doing? And they better hope that the Cowboys offense don't. If the Cowboys offense catch a win, I already told y'all what's gonna happen if the boys, they don't even gotta win it. No, I want them to, but just let them get to the damn bowl. I got receipts. That's all I'm saying. I got receipts, y'all. And you shouldn't have receipts of, well, when they lose or if they lose because of this and this and this, I'm gonna come back here and say I told you. Why you want to hold receipts of that? I ain't saying I'm disrespecting that team or anything like that, but I mean the tape is there. I synced it. But go ahead, Los. Come on in, bro. You got about 15 seconds to come on in, and we're going to get up out of here, man. I know some of y'all got to go out there and do some Christmas shopping, I got to go be Santa. So I don't want to keep too many people. Oh, it's locked. My bad, bro. My bad. Come on in, Los. My bad. That was on me. Brother. Here you go. What's good, Los?
What up, Sky? What up? Happy holidays. Just a quick minute, and I'll leave it to it, man.
Gotcha.
Cowboys are going to win this Sunday. Happy Merry Christmas to you and your family.
Thank you, brother.
And I'm going to do one voiceover, and then I'll let you go, Sky. All right? All right, ladies and gentlemen. Happy holidays, and welcome to A to Z Sports. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe button for Mr. Skywalker himself, the young film Jedi. Have a great holiday, and peace out. Go Cowboys.
My man Los, appreciate you, good brother. Appreciate you. I love voiceovers. Y'all know I do. I appreciate Los for calling in right there, man. And here's what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead And we're going to end this thing. Send it out on that positive note. I would have hated to send it out on that negative energy earlier, but y'all know me, man. I'm all about as my girl would say, Jess, she's not in here in the morning shows no more, but POV, I do like the positive, or PVO, positive vibes only in life. I love to talk about that in life. We're going to keep it real with the team too, but I appreciate y'all for coming through, man. I thought today was another fire show. I really didn't know how long it was going to go. As I say it all the time, but y'all always bring the heat, bring the fire, great questions, great calls. The chat's always lit. Appreciate the donations, man. And on your way out, if you can, hit that like button and sub. I will be back Sunday night, basically, because it's a Sunday night game. So Sunday night, I'll be at Texas Live. Me and Jesse, pregame show, halftime show, postgame show. I'm hoping we get a clean game because these last 3 postgame shows ain't been fun. And I don't want to have another one of these downers after a W. They're annoying, you know. So let's get a good, clean game. I hope the Cowboys, I think they're going to have that Salvation Army thing. So I'm hoping that they can dump a couple players in that Salvation Army. And we just have a good, fun, clean post-Christmas game. All right. With that said, y'all have a Merry Christmas. I'm not even going to send y'all out with the button, man. I'm going to send y'all out with some Christmas cheer. Some Christmas cheer, right? I hope everyone has a wonderful holiday. If you celebrate Christmas, have a great Christmas. If not, just have a good holiday, man. Love your loved ones. I hope your kids and your family enjoy the presents and gifts they have. I know mine's will. My youngest is hilarious, man. I got to tell y'all some stories off air, maybe for the members or whatever, but y'all enjoy this holiday season, man. I appreciate y'all being here. Merry Christmas and a happy holidays, Cowboys Nation. We out of here.
I want me some glory hole.